Yo, what's up, podcast people? Hoop Concessions podcast, episode 41. Back again with their pod. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 centers in the NBA. And we're going to be talking about some other things right after we're done with our list. So, how's everyone's day so far? And Stevo's back for another week.
What's good, man? Back.
Yes, sir.
How's everyone's day?
Hey, man. Just gotta get this list right. They had to bring me back, Provide my insight. You feel me?
Nah, bro. Stevo a Braun fan, so like we don't value his opinion though. You know what I mean?
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, Braun fans fucking
Stevo, you're a fan of the greatest player of all time. What are you saying?
Is Stevo like the Broussard of the pod or something?
Oh my god, that's so disrespectful.
I'm not Broussard.
That's
I'd rather be a Tim.
Nah.
That's why
you don't like Broussard?
He could be Rob Parker. He could be Rob Parker.
Nah, Bino, you can't.
Parker hates LeBron. Parker hates LeBron.
Yeah, Rob Parker.
Bro, I'm definitely Skip Bayless.
You're Nick Wright, and yeah, JSmooth, Skip Bayless. Darius is Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Oh, that's actually terrible.
Yeah, that's
Jason Whitlock. And
nigga, what? Oh god, that's crazy. Nah, that's insane.
He's Marcus Wiley. He can be.
Hey,
Marcus
fuck that shit. Hey, Mustard's Ryan Hollings, bro. Fuck
okay, chill out. That's disrespectful. Chill out.
Man,
he's not even an
Jason Whitlock. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Man's calling Jason Whitlock. That is fucking insane, bro.
I don't know what that loser is doing nowadays.
Yo, Eden.
I think he does he's like some sort of like YouTube channel that
bro,
like works with.
Isn't he also a coon, bro? I could have sworn.
Yeah,
bro. House slave, bro. In the house, just dancing for massa, bro. Jesus, what a coon.
Yo,
he's a lame though. He's a lame. Always on that bullshit. Glad he got fired. I don't really say that about a lot of people because losing your job is a tough thing. But fuck that guy. I'm glad he lost his job. But let's get started. Y'all ready with this list?
Yeah.
Darius, fuck that.
Sir.
Into it.
All right.
I don't prep people's downfall. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, no, I'm not saying I prayed on it, but when it happened, I was like, oh, that's cool. Thank you. That was nice. Yeah, it didn't sound like bad news when it dropped. It sounded like some But
you talking about that big guy from Fox Sports?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, when I saw the news, I chuckled, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
It's like, and I'm not saying he's this guy, but it's like, let's say something came out that George Zimmerman died. I'd be like, okay.
You'd be like,
I'm not gonna be like, he's dead, but I'm gonna.
Nah, bro, dog. I'll be like. Nah,
my god!
I try to be mad, I try to be mad because he got the easy way out, He got the easy way.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying. He got the easy way out, but
we don't dive into that too deep. We all know what it is. But y'all ready for this list?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a bet. Okay, JSmooth, who you got at number 10?
Okay, for me, my number 10 is Christian Wood. I believe Christian Wood had. Yeah, I have Christian Wood at number 10 for me. I think he had a great season overall when he played. This season, I wasn't really surprised when he started taking over, shooting jump shots. Like, he's so versatile offensively and stuff like that. And although he was inconsistent defensively throughout this entire season, like at one point he was actually pretty solid on that end. So I'm gonna give him that. I think he was very, very good. And, like, shout out to him. I hope he stays as a part of the Rockets core because it'd be really nice to see him. But, yeah, that's what I think of my man, He's at my number 10 for me.
At 10, I have Jonas Valenciunis.
I feel like all of our 10s, they might be a little close.
Yeah, I kind of I struggled with my number 10. I thought about Porzingis.
Me too.
I thought about a lot of guys. So I guess Porzingis is not going to make my list. I'm sorry. At number 10, I also have Christian Wood. I really debated Wood and Porzingis.
Porzingis did not make my list, if you guys are wondering. So,
that's the thing about it.
JV didn't make my list.
What?
Jonas didn't make my list either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow, bro.
Wow.
I'm not gonna hate my number 10. I'm not gonna hate my number 10.
Jesus.
This is the thing about Kristaps though. For me,
And
the reason why I chose him over him is because I think not Valenciunis, but I think what's his name? Is better offensively than he is.
Who?
I think Christian Wood is better offensively than.
I think because Christian Wood can put the ball on the floor a little bit for a big. He can
better
also
post-up player, better roller.
Yeah, better post-up player, better roller. Like Porzingis, like just to shoot. I don't want to say he's just a shooter.
He had a very, very solid offensive season, but I think Christian Wood's offense puts him over him a bit. And defensively, I mean, there's nothing like crazy there.
I'll say this though. I do think if Luka, because if you watch the tape, if Luka just found Porzingis a lot more in open situations, Luka. I don't want to say it's ball hogging. I just don't think they like each other. They don't like each other.
Nah, bro, it's ball.
It's not ball hogging because he doesn't do it to anybody else on the team but Kristaps.
No, because everybody else on the team is role players.
I mean, what is Porzingis?
Porzingis isn't a role player.
I mean, are you going to feed him in the post?
I mean, you're supposed to feed him because he's supposed to be the second option.
Yeah, the only time he leaves Porzingis open is when he's on the perimeter. You're a 7'3" guy or 7'2", whatever. You're a 7-footer. You're always on the fucking wing. Like, you're telling me you can't get your ass in the post?
I mean, sometimes he's struggling.
I'd be pretty. Okay, then that's your problem. Gain weight and get better in the post. Like, you're 7 foot, bro. I'm sorry. That shit is very frustrating.
They don't even look to put him in the post, though. That's the thing.
No, because when they put him in the no,
he's not a good post-up player. He's not a good
He's not. Thank you. He's not a good post-up player.
Well, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
When the Clippers went small, they tried to get Porzingis touches early in games, and the man was missing on Rajon Rondo and Reggie Jackson, dog.
Exactly.
He was shooting over them, but mainly his main defensive assignment, which people don't bring this up, was actually Kawhi Leonard. It's true. It's true.
Dude, that was even if he had Kawhi on him, you could still shoot over him, bro.
And that's the thing. He tried to shoot over him, and that's not gonna work against Kawhi. Kawhi's still a dude.
No, I don't think that's an excuse. He can still shoot over Kawhi.
I'm not excusing him and saying,
because I've seen him hit those exact shots before, bro.
Exactly.
I've seen that man dominate the small ball Rockets, nigga. I don't want to hear none of that.
Exactly. that nigga is just soft. I hate to say it.
He's for sure soft, but like. Even like I said, I make fun of the man in my own video. I make fun of Kristaps, and I'll still do it. But I'm not gonna lie and say like, okay, it's a hand in hand thing to where you still gotta like your big man. You still gotta figure out ways to get him involved in the action. And
I
like
agree.
Luka really ain't do that. He really didn't do that. To be fair, and even in opportunities.
But why would he?
Well, no. You're right. But even in opportunities where Kristaps had those opportunities to go, to hoop, he just didn't do it. Like I remember when he had the ball, he pulled up from 3 in transition. I was like, okay, this guy clearly doesn't know.
On a 2-on-1 fast break.
Dude,
that was so fucking lame, bro.
On the wing and say, you know what? I'm gonna tee it up right now because I'm Steph.
Think about it, Luka. I honestly think if Porzingis was a good roll man, Luka would look for him a lot more often, bro. But they can't even really run a pick and roll with this nigga.
But
all they have to do are pick and pops. Are you serious?
But they can run a pick and roll. The pick and roll just becomes a lot harder for anybody when you're basically.
Why are you making excuses?
No. I'm not making excuses. It's just true. If you're running a switch defense, a pick and roll becomes a lot harder for most players.
Bro. They were way too like they were literally using KP like a role player. Spot up and cut back door. Spot up and cut back door.
And Bino, let me ask you this, Bino. With the way Porzingis plays. When they give him post touches, rarely, but they did try. Like, what other way can you use it?
I would give him the ball in spots that he's comfortable and make him feel involved in the offense.
But didn't they try to do that?
They told him to get in the post because they were small, where he's not comfortable.
But what spots is Porzingis really comfortable?
Why don't you ask him that?
Okay. Okay, let me tell you what I would do if I was a coach, right? If I was coaching him, this is what I'd do.
This is about to be why JSmooth is not a coach in the NBA. Everybody.
That's why the fucking Mavs lost. What the fuck?
I'd use Porzingis' height, and I'd take advantage of it and use him kind of as a passer. because he's so tall. He could see over defenses, and Porzingis can make smart backdoor passes and stuff like that. Kind of use him in the Bam way, because when you do stuff like that, right, you don't have to be a post player to be so good, We already know Porzingis can put the ball on the floor, so you can run handoffs, right, or fake handoffs, him going to the basket. He has a straight line drive, dunk, or foul,
All right,
stuff
I have a question on that. You think the Mavs have the personnel to run that effectively?
Say, bro, what kind of
shit? I'm saying you think the Mavs have the personnel to run that effectively on a Clippers small defense? Because the Clippers switchability and recovery that series was honestly amazing.
Insane. Yeah.
Even with switchability, there's still a time where your defense will mess up. There's still a gap in time.
What?
Porzingis. Listen, and when the defense messes up. No, listen, and when the defense messes up, you're telling me you'd rather trust the ball in KP's hand than Luka's at that point? I don't know. So I'd rather just keep
exactly. And it's not even you're acting like Porzingis. I'm sorry, bro. Even if you think Porzingis can make nice backdoor cuts on occasion, that's completely different than asking him to legitimately not run the offense but make decisions in the half court consistently. He's not a Marc Gasol. He's not a Pau Gasol.
And plus, we already know that exactly. Once Luka's off the ball, that nigga's not moving. So whatever action y'all are running it's gonna be 3 people moving around and KP with the ball in his hand.
But here's the thing: there's probably the reason why Luka doesn't move off ball so much is because he's trying to catch a rest on offense after all the dribbling he's been doing the entire game. That's basically how I see it. And if you get him more off ball touches, right? More off-ball touches. I think Luka could be dangerous, And I'm not saying completely forget about Luka and only run the offense through Porzingis. No, I'm saying in a couple possessions, try to get him more involved in the offense, more handoff possessions, because handoffs can sometimes completely foil.
And when they do that, what else do they do?
There's other plays, multiple handoff plays, not just the Miami Heat.
So handoffs is the only difference that you would make.
It's not even just that.
You could probably run different actions.
Yeah, high post action with him. You can get stuff like that. I remember I wrote a whole entire list of stuff that you could do.
I just look at KP's game and I'm just like, man, I don't think it's gonna fit with the Mavs. I just don't see it.
Trust me, bro. It can fit, bro. They're centers, non-post up big men.
Look, honestly, even if they wanted to keep even if they wanted to keep him as like a spot up type player, or like the ball was just gonna be heavy Luka dependent, I still feel like he should have more shot attempts than Tim Hardaway Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Like this man had 10 shots in the playoffs, bro, compared to the 16 that he took in the regular season. Like,
I'm gonna lie. Like, I know Tim Hardaway Jr. had his moments where he was sitting in shots or whatever, but like, just tell KP, nigga, if we going down, you say he wasn't aggressive? No, they told him to go send.
He was aggressive. No, I'm saying he was aggressive.
Who, Porzingis?
No, Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
That nigga was shooting everything as soon as the ball touches his hand.
He was.
But you needed it. Like, you legit needed it to actually come up and try to win that series, but.
I mean, I feel like you might have been able to get some production from KP if you got more shots.
Like all I gotta say is this: we saw the last year, and I know it's the bubble and stuff like that, but we saw back then when they got Porzingis more involved in the offense, even with the Clippers running some switch defense. It's still.
End of the day, you gotta look. At the end of the day, you gotta go down swinging with your stars, bro.
That's what I mean. Like it at the end of the day, that's. Like, in no way should, and I mean this, bro, there should never be a time when a role player is taking more shots than a star. Or a guy that...
Like, consistently. Like, if it happened, like, one game, maybe 1 or 2 games, but that shit was, like, every game.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be happy when my star is in transition and he just pulls up for a 3 and he's
that's still
you're pulling out like one play, bro.
Yeah, you're literally
that play says a lot, bro.
And there's 10 shots in the playoff series is not really.
It's more than that. Like, how many plays did we see him get the ball and he can't back down Reggie Jackson, or he can't back down Nicholas Batum, or he can't back down Rajon Rondo?
All right, so put him somewhere. All right, put him somewhere else.
Yeah, that's why he could sit his ass on the 3-point line. That's what they did.
That's
go be a fucking shooter. And we haven't even talked about how bad he is defensively.
He was pretty good once they got Boban.
I don't think we've heard everyone's 10.
Yeah, he actually was. That's true.
I don't think we've heard everyone's 10. So let's see.
My
go
you can go ahead.
My 10 is Porzingis.
Okay.
Fair. My 10 is Jared Allen.
Really?
Wow.
What?
I didn't have
Jared Allen.
Yo.
Hey, you ain't getting no argument from me, so I'll tell
that came out. I didn't see that shit coming. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't even have him on his list, but I have him.
I feel like you're leaving somebody off your list if you got Jared Allen on there.
I didn't. I'm looking at the list. I didn't leave anybody off. Nah.
Did C Wood make your list?
Yeah.
Did Jonas make your?
I said JV didn't make my list, man.
Oh, okay.
No JV and no KP.
No KP, no KP.
Wow.
No argument for me. No argument from you.
What's the argument? What's the argument for Jared Allen though?
I just feel like going into this new season, he's gonna be. I look at the fact that
it's not projections.
Wait, time out. We're going off of last season.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well,
this nigga
no. You can still say that though, because
I do.
Allen was still really good last year.
Well,
Allen was still really good last year. So
he can
stand on that, bro.
Bino,
you say that, Bino? Bino saying that shit, bro. Bino's literally saying that, but he was literally one of the niggas that were like, "What?" So stop that. Don't sit there and act like that's a comfortable take.
No. I wanted to know who he had off of his list though, and he said KP and JV. And like, if you value rim protection more than like,
here we go, the rim protection argument.
Like, that's true. If you value rim protection more than offense, I don't think I have argued that when it comes to the centers.
To be fair, Jonas Valenciunis, he's not the best defensive player, but he wasn't a terrible rim protector.
You could probably put Allen.
I think Valenciunis had a better year than Jared Allen last year.
Yeah, bro.
Although I agree with Jared Allen being better next year. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, I'll do JV. I'll do JV at 10.
Yeah, man.
Let's take Jared Allen off. But he's right there. He's coming. Jared Allen is coming. He's coming.
So he's coming. Niggas sound like Stephen A. He's coming. Go ahead, bro.
Pause.
Oh yeah, pause. That sounded so.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, he's sus.
Yeah, bro, chill out. Pause.
Hey, I was arguing with some idiots yesterday.
Put that and add us on Twitter.
Apparently, Jared Allen isn't that much better than Isaiah Stewart, though, according to some people. So.
I mean, he isn't.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, let's move on to number 9. Oh wait, we didn't even vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, bro. This man just be talking, bro.
Here we go. Wait, time out. That's not even what I said, bro. That's not even what I said.
No, nigga.
Bro, you kept on bringing the Pistons. You kept on bringing up the Pistons' young core and brought up Isaiah Stewart. Like,
is he not a part of their young core?
They're good though.
I'm saying, bro. Thank you, bro.
What's the point of bringing up
all rookie team, bro?
He led all rookies in rebounding too. And
what's the point of bringing that up? What's the point of bringing that? Go ahead.
And he's already a really good.
Darius, you're gonna say what I already was gonna say.
What's the point of bringing that up if Jared Allen is right there and like he's way better? I just don't see the point.
Time out. I never said that Stewart is better though. I just said
I didn't say that, but like, you know, you brought up Isaiah Stewart and we were arguing who is the best young core.
because I think Cade is gonna be so good that shit won't even matter. So.
Well, Mobley will be better. So.
Yo, Evan Durant.
I'm sorry, but I still have questions about that fit of Mobley and Jared Allen. So,
bro, they'll work it out, bro.
That looks like
good players always work out this situation.
Oh, so I guess Sabonis and Miles Turner worked it out, right?
Okay, but
what?
No.
Why did you bring that up?
Let's move on, bro.
No. You actually said that. You thought I was gonna let you slide. Oh boy, bro.
First off, laughed and chuckled, dude. Shut up.
No. First off, Miles Turner is a fake shooter. Get that out of here, right? Second off,
so Jared Allen's not a what? So Jared
Allen's not a shooter, bro.
We're trying niggas that were literally saying yesterday. He has a mid range.
No, we said he has potential for spacing the floor.
Oh, now it's potential.
No, that is what. That's what.
No. I said
guys. I said not what they were doing.
I said he has a maybe.
Bino, what'd you say? Bino, hold up. What'd you say, Bino?
I said, did I miss this?
No. We were
talking on Discord the other day. These niggas were sitting here saying, "Bro, Jared Allen has a mid range. Evan Mobley could be a shooter."
I said that. I said all of them. And.
But now it's potential, right?
No, it was. That's what the thing was. It was about potential. That's what that one person said.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. Let's move on, bro.
That's not.
Yeah. Oh, now you want to move on? You
okay.
Let's move on.
Bro, you brought up Sabonis. Like, what's the point?
Who's our 10?
Who's our 10? Jason, who did you have at 10?
I'm keeping Valenciunis. So
I'm gonna have my.
You cut out. Is that just me?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
I had Wood.
Yeah, I had Christian Wood as well.
Really, I'm surprised you guys kind of had.
JV at 10.
Darius, who'd you have at 10?
Valenciunis, JV.
Bino, who'd you have at 10?
I had KP, but the way it's looking, I think most people don't have KP on the list.
So you're gonna have to vote for either Valenciunis or Christian Wood. Come on, please. Come on.
Oh, what you mean, bro? My boy Wood is going over Valenciunis. So Valenciunis at 10.
Let's go.
Okay. So wait, Valenciunis isn't making the list?
No, he said Valenciunis at 10. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bet that.
I'm gonna say this, bro, because I was gonna say this for later, but Valenciunis was the best player on the Grizzlies last year. And
for like a month, bro. Stop it. It was a 1 month stretch. No, he's gassing.
No, he was.
It was like a 1 month. No,
I'm not gonna fall for
Are you including the playoffs as well?
No, I mean,
okay. The playoffs. No, he wasn't the best player on the team. Obviously, Ja Morant was the best player.
He wasn't even the second best player in the playoffs.
But throughout the regular season, he was the best player on his team.
Just move on. Okay, so at number 9,
I'm not wrong.
I'm gonna have to.
I'm just not debating.
I'm gonna have to agree.
This man put up 17 and 13 in 28 minutes.
Okay, we did not care.
All right, at 9, I had Christian Wood. So
White Shaq.
Me too.
At 9, I actually had Valenciunis at 9.
I mean, okay, so I guess we can just go with Christian Wood at this point. So.
Yeah, at 9 for me.
I had a 9, Stevo.
I have Christian Wood at 9.
Okay.
Christian Wood is about to go crazy next year, man. Y'all be
ready, bro. I'm not gonna lie; these 7 and 8 spots are really, really close, in my opinion.
Yeah, I already know what days you're talking about, but
yeah, this is 8, really close. Go ahead, Darius. Did you want to go? You can go.
Yeah, I'll go. At 8, I have Clint Capella.
He's smart.
I don't know, man.
He's smart. A tough one. At 8, I have Capella too.
Oh
man, bro. At 8, I got DeAndre Ayton.
Wait, what?
Wow!
What
the fuck? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That nigga Smooth had to just throw a wrench in everybody's plans, bro.
Yeah,
I
thought this was about to be two guys. A nigga threw a DA. That shit coming out.
What's the argument for DA being this low, JSmooth? Why?
Well, I know he had an
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me get mine before you go. My 8 was Vucevic, but so our shit is different.
Yeah.
So
wait, before you go, my 8 also was Vucevic. But you go
okay.
Ahead.
So the reason why I had DA this low, right, was because although he had a pretty solid season, right? We also have to remember, he had a pretty solid playoffs, Pretty solid. He averaged like 16, 11.
I think that's an understatement in my opinion.
Okay, he had a really good playoffs, right? He averaged 16 and 11. He played good defense. I'm not gonna sit there and deny that, right? But we also have to remember his regular season as well. I mean, we can't
from the field, dog.
His regular season was overall, in my opinion, just
disappointing. It was disappointing.
Very, very disappointing. You know what I mean? As y'all know, I was extremely high on DA last year. Extremely high. And I even thought he was going to be better than Gobert because of the team that he played on and his improvements defensively and everything. But in the regular season, he was just very disappointing. And I think that does matter when we factor into, everything and stuff like that. And even defensively, right? He did step up, but at the same time, there were times where he was not as good as he should have been. So that's why I really.
I think for DeAndre and Clint Capella, I don't think the regular seasons are like that significantly different when it comes to production. I think for DeAndre and like especially in the playoffs, there were times where he looked like the best player on the team for some point at some points.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also you said Clint Capella, but in my opinion, I think Clint had a way better regular season than DA.
The thing is, DA, because the fact that the Suns lacked size, his on and off numbers were like insanely good. And if you look at just the sheer numbers itself, playoffs to regular season, he wasn't great offensively, but he did his job, and other guys were more needed than him on the offensive end. And in the playoffs, I'm sorry, you can't just ignore what he did in the postseason.
Yeah, I agree.
Usually, wait, hold on. Usually when we guys talk about playoffs, a lot of the times it's sometimes it's guys that go like the first or second round, but he has a 22 game sample size that you can go off of him shooting like seven. I don't even know what did he shoot, like 70-something% from the field in the playoffs.
Yeah, he
playing amazing defense.
Not the
I don't know because the finals
until the end. Yeah, I was about to say.
I think the Clippers series. Was it the Clippers series?
But to be honest, I think he burnt out.
Was very good. Yeah.
I think he burnt out in the finals. Honestly, I think that's more.
He get burnt out, nigga. He was going against Giannis, bro.
Yeah. No, it was both. Like they didn't have. They lost Dario, so they couldn't even go small ball anymore. So he had.
Dario was big. Dario was big, and it's not like he was like a crazy player like that, but he allowed them to do a little bit more offensive with the second unit.
Exactly. So he had to play more minutes, had to give more. And they also lost, I think, Torrey Craig as well. Yeah. So that's another guy that they could have gone small with. So they really had to rely on DA more. Now, granted, he wasn't stopping Giannis regardless. But and he was getting, I can't lie. Defensively, he really wasn't. He really wasn't playing good defense.
No, he was okay. Let me say he was like an elite defender, but he was playing smart. He was a smart defender at times.
Low key, no. He
not against the Bucks.
Okay.
The first three series when he had to go up against AD, Jokic, and
because I remember the memes I was seeing. There was this one meme. It was like Giannis, I'm going right. DeAndre Ayton, I know he's going right, but still. I can't stop him. Like he literally knew what Giannis was gonna do. No, I know, but he literally either way.
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like DA was sometimes well positioned, and Giannis was still just making that shit over him. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, that is somewhat true. That's somewhat true.
Like the man, Giannis would hit his Euro step, and DA would contest that shit, and Giannis is making 100% contested layups, though.
Yeah, remember how? I know the Lakers had like no centers, but like remember how DeAndre was just fucking dominating that entire series, bro.
Yeah, he was eating, and he even played good defense on AD. The only reason why AD was able to go off was because Drummond was eating when he wasn't in the guarding, the paint.
I'm not gonna lie. When Drummond was eating, I thought that shit was an aberration, dog.
Nah, that's a fact. Whenever Drummond does anything good, it's an aberration.
So. Y'all not gonna like my list at all. But yeah, it's cool if y'all put DA there. I do think he had an amazing playoffs, but I just also count him to a fact like his regular season doesn't matter, and he just
bro.
Damn, DA over Drummond, DA below Capella, bro.
Really, just like
DA.
Oh no, I have DA below Capella too. I think Capella is becoming some.
Wow.
Actually, I was the
Wait a minute. Bino, where was this when we made our top 50 list?
Nigga, huh? I gave him respect on our list.
No, but was Capella in the same tier? Did you say Capella was in the same tier as Ayton?
Honestly, I have no idea. I have to go back and look at the list, but I'm almost positive.
Oh, man,
I think all right. Let's vote. I think two of you had
Vooch. So no, JSmooth has to be the deciding factor.
Okay, Capella. Okay. If I'm gonna do it, I'm putting Vooch there. You could put Vooch down there.
Whoa!
You want Vooch at 8?
Wait. Who goes at 8 then?
Vooch. Nikola Vucevic.
We gonna put Vucevic? No, you gonna put Capella over Vucevic?
Now, bro.
Yeah, apparently.
Capella is better than Vooch, bro.
Even if I just think he's more valuable, honestly.
Yeah. If we're going off of last season, I think Capella because he really was the deciding factor that made the Hawks
a fair argument,
much better. Because offensively, we knew they were going to be a good team.
Hey, you know, Stevo, a Houston fan, he got a bad taste in his mouth, man. He said,
they traded Capella. They traded Capella.
Nah, man. He said, my boy Stevo was like, now you want to stay healthy, huh? I feel it, dog.
Averaging 24 and 11 on the season means nothing.
Okay. I can tell you right now, as a Bulls fan,
he's giving that 20 whatever and 11 right back, my brother.
Exactly. He's not a good defensive player. Honestly, he I don't know what happened to defensive Vooch in Orlando.
I don't even think he was that good of a defender. It's just the system.
He was a solid.
I think
true, but he was a solid defensive.
In most situations, you're taking Capella over Vucevic.
And Capella was literally not a deep point candidate, but he was
all defensive team.
He should have been, or at least all defensive team.
Yeah, I think he got snubbed from an all defensive team. Like, he was a elite rim protector for the Hawks, and that changed the entire identity of the team. So
yeah, bro, he made John Collins the defender. What are you doing?
See,
his rim protection was so good that I'm not even gonna lie. Trae Young, I don't think Trae Young Trae Young didn't get exposed on defense, which is insane.
Exactly. Okay. Think about it. He made a defense with Trae Young on it good. That's huge, bro. That's huge.
That's fair.
I know that impact is kind of crazy.
Well, I'm voting for Clint Capella though.
Yeah, I got Capella at 7.
I had Vucevic at 7. Wait, did I have Vucevic? Yeah, I had Vucevic.
I had Vucevic at 7, but I'm
voting for Capella. Okay, yeah, same.
That's crazy. I'm putting Capella. I'm putting Capella over DA, bro.
So you got Aiden at 7?
Yes.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, you're tweaking on that one, bro. You're tweaking.
Oh no, not y'all are tweaking on this one. Put some respect on Capella name.
Capella is closer to Vooch than he is to Aiden, yo.
What?
Yeah, he's closer to Vooch than he is to Aiden. I think Vooch
he's the better rebounder and he's the better defender, and they both. I mean, like, you can say Ayton has a midi, but like, how often are they really going to that shit? So like, come on, bro.
I mean, but Aiden defensively, is. Go ahead.
Bro, Capella is Ayton with more VC, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
No. Okay. First of all, even though Capella's the better rebounder, Aiden's still a really good rebounder. Aiden is also still he's better. No, that's fine. Aiden is also just not as good of a rim protector, but he's still a really good rim protector while giving you better movement on the perimeter because he can move his feet far better. Not only that, but he gives you more offensively. He's a great lob threat, insane lob threat, arguably a better lob threat than Capella. And not only that, but he can create his own offense far better than Capella, better free throw shooter than Capella. And in the postseason, he just played insane. And Capella in the postseason, he was not as good. Even though defensively he was still good.
In the postseason, played great defense on Joel Embiid.
Of course, he played good defense. First of all, Embiid was still cooking him at times, and Embiid was on the torn.
Hold on. Let me fix my statement. In the second half of the game, Clint Capella was playing amazing defense on Joel Embiid.
And guess what? And Embiid was on a torn meniscus. So, and he was still giving him the business when he needed to at times. So I don't really value that too much. And Aiden, and offensively, Capella was not the same in the postseason. And Capella's also very dependent, extremely dependent on someone to set him up for his opportunities. Unlike Aiden,
and Aiden isn't.
No. I was gonna say, unlike Aiden, who even though he does need guys to help set him up, with the lobs and stuff. He's still way better as a lob threat than, or not way better, but he's a better lob threat than Capella in my opinion. And also he can create a little bit for himself, unlike Capella who can't create at all. So I would give the edge to Aiden for those reasons.
All right, so I think 3.
Okay.
3.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
Nigga acting like
my boy about to.
It's 3 or 2. It seems like
JSmooth,
Clint Capella here. So
wait.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. This is where I had Vooch. I have Clint Capella a lot higher, bro.
We're at
A
7.
lot higher.
We're
I
at
don't know
7
how much
right
higher
now,
he
bro.
goes in. I don't know how much higher he goes in here, my brother.
If this nigga is in your top 5, low key, we gotta have a talk about your mental health,
Nah, bro. I had a lot of time to think last night, bro.
dude.
There's no way.
Yeah, I think you've been thinking too much. But then again, he hey, listen, then again, he does call him Scam out of bio, dog. Just saying.
No way. There's no way, bro.
He calls him Scam out of bio for a reason.
Y'all gonna be surprised.
Hey, so who are we going with at 7? I think we got Capella.
We got Capella. We got Capella.
Okay. So all y'all voted Capella?
Most of us.
Yeah.
I voted DA, but majority.
I have DeAndre in the next spot though, so we can. Put him there.
I just got great news. The event is later on. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm good.
It's all right.
Yes, sir.
This nigga is Stevo, bro.
Oh, we good.
So DeAndre, I have DeAndre at 6, so that's where.
Yeah, I have Aiden at 6 also.
Okay, y'all gonna be surprised,
dude.
Y'all gonna be real surprised.
Are you about to say Cat or some shit, bro?
If you say Rudy Gobert, bro,
Cat.
You're
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
No, sir.
You're lying. You don't have Cat at this spot.
Wait.
So I'm not.
Oh my god, he's about to explain.
Let JSmooth actually explain.
He's about to explain it. Are we really gonna do this?
You really think Capella had a better season than Cat last year?
Last year, yes. And I'll explain to you.
Bro, what are we doing? Bro?
Listen. I'll explain to you the reason for this.
Bro,
right?
y'all did not do this on the top 50 list. Why are we doing this,
bro? But like I said, I had a lot of time to think. Right, I had a lot of time to think,
Can't believe this.
And
he had to open his third eye, bro. Let him go.
And here's the thing about Cat, right? Cat and Vooch, obviously, Cat is a better player, right? Cat is a better player, but in my opinion, last season those two players shouldn't have been that far off or that far separated, simply due to the fact that they play absolutely no defense. And I don't think their offense.
That's Cat, bro.
You said what? Cat plays no defense. He just
That's
doesn't.
not true. That's not true.
Cat's defense literally got better this year. Maybe that's because Jaden McDaniels, was there to help. Because I think Jaden McDaniels was great next to Cat last year. But Cat isn't nearly as awful as he was like two and a half years ago when he was like one of the worst defenders of all time.
Both of those players are still turnstiles on the defense.
He's not, bro. He's actually not that bad now. He's actually average. He's not.
He's not an average defender. Don't do that. No,
dude. Yes, he is. That narrative that he's a bad liability or whatever.
Cat's a below average defender, but he's not.
No, he's not.
He is. He is. But like, he's not like. I don't understand the point with him saying he plays no defense. I don't
That's
think
a lie.
Okay. He okay. I'll say this.
Now he's about to cap.
One-on-one post defense, man. Right. Pick and roll defense, terrible. Rim protection, weak side rim protection.
The defense is literally worse with him off the court, so you can't even.
That's not fair. That's never use that shit.
Don't use that. Don't use that. You know why? You know why? No. You know why? That's such a terrible take, bro. You forgot Naz Reid is on that bench, and Naz Reid is also a terrible defender. He is absolutely a terrible defender. And you could count also a ton of their other bench players. Jake Layman. I mean, these players, they just don't play themselves. Of course, he's going to look. Of course, the on and off numbers are going to look better when the starters have a better defensive unit than the bench. So it's just that.
It's been like that for years, though.
And I just believe that the gap between Capella's offense, right? The gap between Capella's offense and what's it called? And although it is a wide margin, I don't think it's as wide as the margin on their defense. That's just my opinion. Karl Anthony Towns, obviously, prior years he was a better player in my opinion. Obviously, he's gonna be a better player next season, in my opinion. But just for this season, I had to remove name value. I have Clint Capella over.
I don't think this is a kiss and name value. I think this is just
He's better, bro. It's like, what are we doing here? Honestly, does anybody else agree with JSmooth on this cat take?
Obviously, nobody agrees with me.
I respect the passion and the grit, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it, man.
He said the passion.
I respect the grit, and I respect
the fire. Head ass.
It's all good as my hot take, you know? Like, it's all good.
Nah, it's not a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's a smelly take. That's what it is. Let's
I'm putting DeAndre Ayton in 6, so
same.
Is there any disagreements?
Nah.
Bino, who'd you originally had at 6? Because I know you had, I think you had Capella above Ayton.
DA.
All right. No,
okay, we're going.
So this is the top 10.
I guess they're going with DA.
As the top 10 as of right now is Valenciunis, Christian Wood, Vucevic, Capella, Ayton. So now 5.
Okay.
Now this is where Cat is.
I missed the whole Cat argument. Oh, really? Because that's crazy.
Honestly, you don't even have to know. You just know that nigga JSmooth wildin' is always. He on the drugs. JSmooth, by the way, you never let me know who is your plug, bro. You gotta let me know who your plug is, because clearly you're on some strong ass shit.
Hold on, boy, give a good take, bro. I missed it.
No. All I said is I value Clint Capella's defense more than Cat's offense.
Oh my, ew. Don't say it again, bro. Don't say it again.
That's basically.
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know if I can say that, bro.
You know, listen. For me, it's okay. Yeah,
I'll value the rim protection over, like, unless your name is Jokic or Cat. I think I'm gonna value the defense.
You know what I actually find funny, bro? You know what I find funny? I can actually remember. This is why I say JSmooth is so inconsistent when it comes to defense in the NBA. Mind you, this is a guy that sits there routinely and praises defensive players. He loved Andre Roberson for years. The only guy I think that was an Andre Roberson fan. Andre Roberson fan. He was the only Andre Roberson fan probably in the world. So it's so funny that he says this stuff. But this is the same guy that I can specifically remember when we talked about Thomas Bryant on one of the pods earlier in the season about the Wizards defense being so bad in the beginning. He was like, bro, but like they don't have point of attack defenders. Their perimeter defense is awful. He has to do everything, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the Timberwolves, especially over recent years, they don't have no good perimeter defenders. Wiggins was awful defensively for years. D'Angelo Russell, not a good defensive player. Jarrett Culver was okay. I'll give him that. But they had no real good defenders on that team.
Josh Okogie?
Cat, no. Josh Okogie's cool. Don't get me wrong.
No, he's a good defender. Stop that.
That's cool. He's cool. That's cool, but he literally is just one guy. And when I literally was bringing up Denny, who was actually playing good defense, you're like, oh, he's just one guy. So I don't want to hear that. But with all these guys that they've had that have been bad defensive players, especially even in Cat's front court, Cat has not had a great front court defender at all throughout his entire run in Minnesota.
No, that's outside of McDaniels. That's a lie. That's a lie. No. Yes, I can say Taj Gibson and I can say Robert Covington. Come on now.
Hey, listen.
Yes. Stop it.
Taj Gibson?
Stop it, bro. That's the name value. That's
no. Hold on. No, he can say that because Jimmy Butler.
This nigga is in the
That's why he can say that, bro.
Yes, and also Jimmy Butler.
No, Jimmy Butler was on. Wasn't Jimmy Butler a 2?
He was a 3.
Or was he a 3? And when I said front court, I shouldn't have said that. I meant to say power forwards.
And I just named 2 of them that played with him.
Robert Covington, was he not playing the 3?
Rocco was the 4
in Minnesota.
Yes, it was He had Taj Gibson and he had Rocco. And Taj Gibson,
is not a good defender.
Yes, he is, bro.
No,
yes, he is.
He was a good defender, but he was not a good defender in Minnesota.
Yes, he was, bro. Go back and watch the tape, bro. Go back and watch the tape.
I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that. But the point is, on the perimeter, did he have any help whatsoever?
On the perimeter, did he have any help? At some points of his career, he actually did. He actually had solid help.
Oh my God,
yes,
bro.
Seriously.
You know what? Let's move on, bro. This nigga just doesn't want to take the L. Let's move on.
I'm trying to make it fit his narrative.
It's just narrative.
I'm not even saying to fit my narrative or none. Is Ricky Rubio a good perimeter defender?
It's just narrative.
He's a fraud.
How long was Rubio even with the Timberwolves with Cat in the beginning? How long was he there?
He was with them until like what? He got traded.
Nigga dipped like in 2018.
Yeah, 2017, 18, but he was there for like 2 years of his career, basically.
Oh, so his rookie and sophomore season?
Andrew Wiggins was an awful defender, though he was an inconsistent defender. I'll say that, right? He's a dude that didn't give much effort, but at times he could turn it up. He had Jimmy Butler. I mean, sometimes he had these players and he still wasn't good defensively. That's all I'm saying. You know, like,
and Cat got way better from when he used to be.
I don't think, but to Mustard's point, when he had good defenders, Gibson and Jimmy Butler on his team, he wasn't as bad as the seasons he didn't have them.
And
so clearly he needs other. Clearly, plus, you can say players get better. So, like, you could say that this season was his best defensive season, even if it wasn't
liability
defensive season. I mean,
what did you say, Bino? Repeat that.
Call it what it is, but it was. Oh yeah, I mean, I would say, if you want to say that Jaden McDaniels is a better defender than Taj, then my boy Cat got a running mate in the front court next to him to help with his woes, and he looks good for it. So maybe he doesn't need as many point of attack defenders as you think, and just a really good power forward defender.
All I was trying to say is I don't think this season, Cat's season, was that far off from Vucevic's, and I think they're like,
oh my god,
that's
either way. When they get Ben Simmons, bro, they're chilling, bro. Trust.
I mean, bro, yeah. Like I said, I think Cat's gonna be better next season than a lot of these centers that I have above him. But as of now, as of last season, this is what I think, and I also valued Clint Capella's rim protection and defense over this man's offense. That's just my two things,
By the way, I just wanted to say, Darius, and to everybody that watched my latest video on, the next breakout star in the league, Darius Garland, Steph Curry. There's a report about Steph Curry. He apparently loves Darius Garland a lot and thinks he's going to be a flat out star.
Now he's gonna teach him how to get carried. He's gonna teach him how to get carried.
Why would you want to listen to a guy with no Finals MVPs? But I mean, teach your own.
Hey, bro.
You mean the guy who has a winning record against LeBron?
Did he blow a 3-1 lead in the Finals? Who does that? Oh, okay.
Who does that? Who else does that? The guy that he beat coming back from 3-1 and then got him to join his team.
Bring our team up, bro? Why
LeBron?
You're talking to Stevo. Why
I'm just saying, LeBron just can't. LeBron doesn't beat people. LeBron doesn't beat people convincingly to get them to join him. That's all I got.
He doesn't have to because he has pride. Sorry, man. I don't need to ask you to come.
He has pride.
You know what it is.
I don't know. I don't know. He beat the
LeBron. We all know LeBron. We all know LeBron calls everybody. LeBron calls everybody and says, "Hey, you want to join my team? You want to join my team? Or can I come to you? Can I come play for the Lakers? Can I come play for the Heat?" He does that all the time, bro.
With the Lakers with the young, literally nobody was there. He wanted to go to LA, and he went to LA.
Oh please, he went there because he saw a trade package. He saw a trade package to get a star.
He came to LA because he knew that he was gonna,
like Skip Bayless says, he's chasing Michael B. Jordan.
Win rings in LA.
He's chasing Michael B.
Jordan.
He's chasing Michael B. Jordan, not the actual Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. That's the thing.
He came here to make a fake knockoff of the real original Space Jam.
Skip Bayless actually said that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
LeBron's Space Jam was better, bro. LeBron's Space Jam.
I have to watch that live. I want to see that. Did he tweet that?
Because I remember at that time,
Space Jam wasn't a bad movie. People saying it was not a bad movie. It was not a bad movie.
I don't know what people are expecting. Chill out. It's a family movie, bro. It's a movie you can watch.
Darius, you haven't seen that, bro. He said it the first week LeBron signed to the Lakers, bro.
Are you serious?
It was around the time I was watching. Yeah, I was watching Undisputed.
He said all this move shows me is LeBron is no longer chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be in Hollywood, man. He wants to chase. He's chasing Michael B. Jordan now.
Bro, by the way, that
That's
joke that Space
things.
Jam made, Space Jam made about Michael B. Jordan being Michael Jordan is one of the funniest. That's actually a pretty funny joke.
That's easily one of the best things Scapegoats has ever said.
I kind of was getting hyped. I was like, oh wait, is Jordan really?
Nah, I knew Jordan was a fan. As soon as they said Michael Jordan, I instantly.
I swear to God, I knew. Yeah, me too, dog. I swear to God.
You think Michael Jordan is finna show up in LeBron's remake of his own movie? Hell no.
Hell no, nigga. Fuck out.
When was the last time you seen LeBron and Jordan?
I was about to ask. I was just about to ask.
It was like LeBron's rookie year or some shit. Like, I don't think I've
ever seen them in the same room, bro.
No, they have. They met each other. They met each other.
No, that's why.
You know how like Jordan like was always very close to Kobe, and like I think when Kobe did his induction in the finals, or not finals, to the Hall of Fame, Jordan did the intro, right, or some shit like that. Like for a situation like that, I'm not saying LeBron dead or something, but if a situation like that ever came up for LeBron, do you think Jordan would ever do that?
What, Jordan would do that for LeBron?
I don't think he's okay.
Yeah.
No, he never would. Not a chance.
No, they're rivals.
You know, like he knows because he knows.
Man, okay, I don't know about this, bro. Yeah.
Wait, quickly, you know what I just started thinking about? You think Michael Jordan was like jumping out of his chair when Devin Booker was dropping 30, 40-point games on the Lakers?
He was like legacy safe.
He was happy. He was happy. He wanted to see them boys.
Like you think when LeBron goes to the finals, Jordan would be like, this motherfucker better miss this shot.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like Jordan.
Because if it's me, I wouldn't be able to enjoy LeBron. I'd be hating the whole fucking time. Like, there's no way.
I swear, that's insane.
I do think Jordan, because I don't know, man. Jordan he be sending shots at LeBron. Like he once said, "I'll take Kobe because 5 is more than 3." I remember he once said, not wrong. LeBron could play in my era, but he wouldn't be as successful.
Which is one of the dumbest things ever.
Yeah, that's disrespectful as hell.
I mean, by successful, why would Jordan not say that? Jordan expects to win.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
He expects to win. So why would
that's fair. I actually is not a bad quote or anything. Because that's not a bad quote. That's not a bad quote. Because Jordan thinks I'm assuming Jordan thinks he's the GOAT. And if Jordan thinks he's gonna win all the time, then why would LeBron be?
Michael Jordan's never actually said he stated that he's the GOAT, though.
Because when you're the GOAT, you don't gotta say it. Everybody else says it for you.
Yeah, man. That's how.
What he always says about like the GOAT thing is like he's always like everyone.
That's when I knew LeBron wasn't the GOAT.
Everyone plays in different eras.
Everybody was sucking him off.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. LeBron folded. In my opinion, LeBron's career wasn't even over yet. But in my opinion, LeBron folded when he was in that barbershop chair talking about, I think I'm the GOAT.
Yeah,
I'm the GOAT when I came back from 3-1.
You want to know the biggest L's of LeBron's career with the quotes? It was when he said that shit, and when he also said, in that road trivia interview, he was like, "Yeah, the 2 hardest rings in history were when I won in 2016, fair point, and also in the bubble." I was like, "Man, you done lost all your niggas about to clown you now for that shit."
I don't hate that though. No, I really believe the bubble ring was harder.
It was hard. No, bro, I don't want to hear.
No, you can make an argument.
Maybe not in terms of maybe not in terms of the basketball played. Maybe not in terms of the basketball played.
Bigger than that, man.
The mental aspect.
I feel like the bubble only affected niggas like. For one, Giannis,
it affected
everyone.
It affected everybody. Because
that's the thing, though. But that's the thing. It affected everybody. So
if it affected everybody,
some worse than others.
No. The bubble, like people want to make fun of the bubble because they.
Here we go. Stevo would not be saying this if the Clippers had
won. There's a number of players. There's a number of players coming out talking about how mentally draining and hard it was. My nigga Paul George is depressed, dog. I think it was depressed,
bro. That shit was not like as much as people
LeBron's mentality, bro.
They were mad at who won
after he lost.
They were mad at who won in the final product. The fact that you got the Heat versus the Lakers. Motherfuckers did not want to watch the Heat versus the Lakers. They wanted to see these few matchups in the playoffs that are going into that season. They wanted to see Clippers, Lakers. They didn't get it. They wanted to see the Bucks versus, I believe,
whoever came out the West.
Yeah, and literally anybody who came out the West, and then a tough team for the Bucks to go up against, and they didn't get it.
I think I think that
the winners of the bubble that fucked up the bubble was the Heat and the Nuggets. That's what fucked up the whole bubble because people did not want them to win. But when you talk about the fact that the bubble was a tough environment, it was a tough environment. Now I'm not gonna say on court did he have to go. He went up against an injured Heat team, which is okay.
Weren't easy.
You were gonna win. They were gonna win that series if they were healthy or not. But he had to go up against an injured team. That's something like that's fair.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to talk, say the actual basketball played wasn't as tough. That's fair. That's fair. But
nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
Environment, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like you can't call it one of the hardest rings when you literally everybody's playing in the same playing field.
So. House cheated on his wife. That nigga was down terrible.
Okay, first of all, these niggas cheat on their wives like all the time.
Bro, this is not just a bubble thing, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That man cheated. Look, that man cheated on his wife, and I swear to God, 15 minutes within that getting exposed, she had deleted all the pictures of him on. That shit was insane. I'm not even gonna lie.
She was not going for it. She said, "All right, bet. That's all right, bet."
As soon as I found out he had kids and a wife, I was like, hold on, the pictures was gone, nigga.
I swear it wasn't just him, bro. Him and Harden were tag teaming that hoe, bro.
all right. Let's get back to on track, bro.
Nigga said tag teaming, bro. They was running the sub. Let me chill out.
Let's get back on track, bro. So at five, Gobert said
my 5 was Clint Capella, but
yeah,
like you know, you guys can put you guys.
Let's not get back into.
We're not doing that.
So
I'll say my number 5. My number 5 was Bam.
My 5 was Cat.
My 5 is Rudy.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
My 5 is Rudy Gobert.
What?
Wow.
Hell nah.
Nah, you're wild.
And I am the first Jazz. We all know, man. I am the known Jazz hater, but we gotta chill, dog.
Wait. I wanted Stevo explain Gobert.
All right. So I already knew the top 5 was gonna be, the 4 people in front of him and then Rudy. It was gonna be that top 5. Then I looked at it and I said, okay, best defender on this list is for sure Rudy. But when I look at defense, I say, okay, well, in this season, this playoffs, to be fair, when it came to them playing defense against the Clippers, when they went small, Rudy Gobert had a very, very tough time. Yes, the Jazz don't have really good defenders on that side, but on the perimeter, you can really, really get Rudy Gobert out of there. When you look at him offensively, he's not a good offensive player. He's not a guy where you can say player. You can give him the ball.
I somewhat agree, but he's not. That's not his role. To be fair,
it's not his role. But I don't think that you can say run a set where Rudy Gobert, go down to the low block or do something.
I think Rudy Gobert is specifically last season. Like Rudy Gobert was
hold up. He's not done.
I'm saying like the guys on this list, I can say, okay, if I give you the ball, you can create something. Something can happen with the ball. I can't do that with Rudy Gobert. Yes, he's a great defender, and I think he's the best defensive center in the league when it comes to in the post.
Arguably the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because he won the award. But I just feel like, the person in front of him, I would rather have him manning my team when it comes to like in that position. I'd rather have him there because he can also give me something on offense. And the guys in front of him, like the 3 guys in front of him offensively, they just outweigh what he does defensively. So
Rudy Gobert's defense is more valuable than.
Fair point. All right, wait, hold on, quickly. Wait, let me go back. Let's talk about Bam in the playoffs, right? And how
thank you.
Offensively,
I'm actually glad you brought that up. I'm not gonna lie.
You was talking about offensively giving you something. No, he wasn't offensively giving you shit. He wasn't even looking at the rim. My boy,
they were dropping back.
We was trying to get the Duncan Robinson dribble handoffs. He might as well have been Rudy Gobert that sets off ball screens, dog. That's where he might as well have been. Hey, let me chill though. But you put Bam.
Fair. But I will say in the last,
you put Bam in the same position that Gobert was in against the Clippers. The Jazz still aren't winning, dog.
I'm not saying you put a Bam in there, they're gonna win, but I will say that Bam will also in that playoff last season, postseason.
I say it improves their offense.
It was not a good postseason for this man at all. I won't say that it wasn't good at all. But I don't know. I just view it like the switchability. I don't know. Okay, well,
Well, this is the thing.
I don't know. I was gonna say, who would you rather?
Who would I rather have?
Personnel on your team. Now, I was gonna say that, but I think that depends on the personnel on your team.
Yeah, it does. Because I mean, Rudy Gobert. I just feel like once you bring him out of that play, once you bring him out of the post area and you bring him onto the perimeter, it's basically food. Like
it's not true though.
For Gobert,
he's not on the same. I'm not saying. Let me not say he's food. I'm not saying he's food, but the same defensive player of the year talent that he is in the post, he's not even close to that on the perimeter. I don't think he is.
Okay, this is the thing, right? And I don't think people realize this, right? But even if you go and look back at that series, people talk about his perimeter defensive deficiencies, stuff like that. Even in that series, there were times, multiple possessions, where he was able to keep Paul George and Kawhi in front of him with ease. No issue, right?
Okay.
And
with
so
the ease is a stretch.
No. Listen to me, right?
I said he wasn't food.
No, all he has to do is.
I'm not even saying
the defensive player of the year level talent that he is in the post. When you bring him out of that area, he is not close to that talent.
Let's be real though. Is Gobert really an elite post defender?
He is.
I mean, yeah, you could say he is. I would say he is.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Why don't you believe that?
Like you can still be an elite rim protector with. You don't have to be an elite post defender.
No, he is an elite post defender. Dude,
Now let's think about it though. In the Western Conference, he's only really gonna match up against one guy that'll probably give him mad work in a post.
That's
Jokic.
Yeah,
and Jokic, we've seen that. We've been there before. So
yeah, but
I don't think Gobert is actually.
But even then, Gobert was still playing great defense.
Yeah, he was.
It was Jamal Murray that was.
Like a lot of the times when Rudy's getting cooked,
okay, but don't act like Jokic wasn't cooking his shit, bro.
It's somebody who's of a level of talent. Like
Gobert was cooking his shit too, bro.
I mean, but Valenciunis was cooking his shit too.
No, he wasn't.
That's a lie. Valenciunis was cooking him, bro.
Oh, he put up like 15 and 9.
And he had Jaren Jackson in prison. And
Jared Jackson was coming off of injury and wasn't even playing good. Come on now, stop it.
Okay. Think about this.
You know what you're doing there. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, dog.
It's not hard to send his weak ass shit to the fucking crowd, bro. That nigga is.
I'm looking back at the postseason stats for both of these guys, and it's like, okay, last year, Bam, he wasn't on shit. All right, that's fair. And then Rudy
and Bam was also Lopez was literally dropping back in the paint and just watching Bam shoot mid ranges and bricking. So
a lot of the time, the Heat they got nothing offensively from the perimeter. They had nothing. The only person that was giving them anything was Duncan Robinson. That was literally it. Like we saw Jimmy. Jimmy was on bullshit. But I'm not going to use that to excuse what Bam did because Bam still wasn't still on the level that he was the year before when they were in the playoffs. So that's fine. My thing is just this: when I look at me personally, if I had to rank these centers, what do you give me? I know what Rudy Gobert gives me. And I'd probably say if his ceiling was at a certain level, I'd say Bam's ceiling is higher, but Bam hasn't touched that level. You know what I'm saying? Like he hasn't reached that level yet, but I feel like Bam can do a lot more than what Rudy can.
Fun fact, and I know these can be somewhat misleading, but Jonas Valenciunis, when he was matched up with Rudy Gobert in the playoffs, shot 63% from the field.
Yeah, and I know they're misleading because you also got to remember this. This isn't just one-on-one post-up isolations we're talking about. Like I said, you could also point out the fact that the Jazz don't have good point of attack defenders. So when they were spamming the pick and roll, Gobert was always forced in a tough situation. And
once Ja gets to the paint to do his floater, all he has to do is dump it to JB.
Yeah,
really.
And he's in the vicinity, so it's going to count out as a bucket on him. And this is the thing also, like, here's the thing, right? This is no offense to Bam whatsoever, but Bam is literally, as of right now, this is his game. His game is handoffs. And you said you looking for
lob catching big that does handoffs and switch.
Yeah, like it's no offense to Bam, right? Like we talk about his game, his ability to create stuff like that, blah blah, this that, right? But Bam's primary game. Bam is not really that good of a creator. He's not good of a.
He's not good of a creator. He's not a good creator at all.
Yeah, he's not really a good creator. He depends on other people.
His moments though. Like I don't know. In the bubble, listen. In the bubble,
the bubble doesn't count, bro. The bubble doesn't count.
I'm just saying.
The bubble counts. The bubble counts. The bubble counts. The bubble counts from the.
For what? He can't do it in the real crowd.
If you're saying
the last season.
If you're saying like
maybe it's
in
just
terms of his position, then yeah, I think
the bubble was literally like 2 years ago.
Literally a year ago.
It was literally a year ago.
Literally a year ago right now is when he got eliminated.
It's about to be a year. It's about to be 2 years.
Nah, that was like people keep saying the bubble meant nothing. Literally, it was a year ago. Like
it meant nothing. It didn't mean anything.
TJ
Warren was looking like Michael Jordan, bro. What are we doing here?
Oh my goodness! Then people have hot stretches where they go crazy. Like I'm sorry, it happened in the bubble. If it happened,
you can keep your bubble championship
because his hot stretches in the bubble.
Steph Curry.
Okay, so Stevo, are you gonna tell me? Exactly.
Listen, if Steph Curry was in the bubble, that man would have averaged 40, and Mustard would be on.
Yeah, I swear.
I'll tell you this. No. I'll say no. First of all, we all know he would have done that.
You don't know that.
Okay, you want to know how? You want to know how we know?
You want to know in the bubble?
Everybody pause.
Come on, yeah.
Stevo, you want to know why we know he would have done that? Because did you not see what Damien Lillard was doing in the bubble? Dame was even saying
all the players were saying that shooting was like, come on, bro. That's something a lot of players.
Okay, then that's fine. If they say that the shooting was great, that they can shoot well in it, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not taking away from that.
As somebody that's hooped, if you're in that kind of atmosphere, especially a pro athlete, dude, you're gonna look like a fucking god.
This is the Chris Bickley Dame we're talking about, guys.
Dame was shooting so well. Dame was shooting. Think about it. Dame, no, it wasn't defense. Dame was shooting so well that people were saying he was better. He was a better shooter than Steph Curry.
The media saying dumb shit. Like everybody knew that.
It wasn't just the media.
I'm not gonna lie. Anybody thought that because Dame was shooting threes.
It wasn't just the media. It wasn't just the media.
They were on some type of different level of kush. Like, come on.
It wasn't just the media.
Dame was the moment. But like when you look at the fact that people keep saying
it was an elite moment.
TJ Warren, that's fine. TJ Warren, like he had his best moments of his career in the bubble.
Hey, no, not just TJ Warren. Remember what's his name on the Nets? Timothy Wallaru-Cabra, whatever his name is. He was actually hooping too. A lot of niggas were hooping.
Austin Rivers had like a 45-point game.
They had a crazy game with Karis LeVert and Dame had a battle in the bubble. But because they had that battle, people had great games in the bubble, and guys have.
It's not just people having great games. It's the type of games and the actual people having them. That's what's so crazy. Nigga, TJ Warren, TJ fucking Warren, nigga. Come on, man. Timothy Wallaru-Cabra.
These are literally NBA athletes. These are NBA athletes that have bags. They're not.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, guys.
I'm not gonna lie.
Joe Harris averaging 15 rebounds a game. Are you telling me that's not an aberration?
These are literally professionals. They're going to hoop. They're going to hoop.
Oh, here we go, bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
All I gotta say is this, bro. This was
you know that kind of atmosphere is why Michael Beasley was able to beat LeBron one-on-one over and over and over and over in practices, right? That's the kind of atmosphere that
there usually was. That guy, he'd be in the league right now playing in the bubble, but he's not.
Let's vote, guys.
Bro, Michael Beasley's
let's just vote for 5 because we've been on 5 for a while now. So
quickly. This is what I want to say. Does anyone have Cat at 3? Because
I don't.
No, because I don't think that's the debate right now. Like we were debating.
The debate is
we were debating Gobert. Yeah, I don't think that's the debate right now though. Like because I
think most of us have Bam though, right?
I have Cat at 5.
Oh wow. Okay,
yeah, that's what I had.
Bino, who do you have at 5?
For me, I guess.
I have Bam at 5.
I have Bam as well.
I have Rudy at 5. So who do I vote for?
Either Cat or Bam.
Stevo, who'd you have?
I had Rudy at 5, so I'm the anomaly. So
yeah.
Wait, Smooth.
Honestly, hey, I don't mind.
I originally had Clint Capella at 5, but we're just gonna go ahead and put Cat here.
Wow, holy shit!
No, I was just
Stevo. So Cat or
don't mind putting Cat at 5.
Damn.
Thank you. You're putting Bam at 5.
Yeah, I'm not going to Cat.
Okay.
I can't believe Stevo really said Bam over Cat when he literally always.
Dude, I had to pick between who?
Not Stevo. Smooth. He literally always gets on people for saying Bam's better than Cat, but now Stevo said
no. I actually thought about it. I actually thought because yesterday, like you were talking about stuff like that, and I actually thought I sat down. And I was like, you know what? Like,
it calls the man scam out of bio, bro.
I'm saying,
like, what are we
doing?
doing?
I can't lie. Bam did scam the league. Like, we can't sit there and lie about that. But at the same time, like, he does bring a lot to the game.
Hey man, he is playing in Florida, dog.
All right,
man. I don't know if
playing in
he's a
South
good
Florida,
player.
man. That's where the scammers is at, man.
At 4, we have Cat, right? Because I'm assuming that's.
Yeah, I got Cat. I got Cat.
We got a debate.
Should I even get into
I got Cat at 4.
Who do you have?
You want to? Nah,
at 4? I had Bam.
yeah, but he's gonna want to put Gobert here.
Yeah.
Put Gobert here.
So wait. So it's either Rudy or Cat.
Yeah,
It's yeah. I
Wait,
think
everyone else has Rudy.
Everyone,
I have Cat.
We all have Cat at 4. We all have Cat at 4.
And
so.
I'm gonna save myself the headache, Cat. All right.
Yeah, man.
So
we not slandering fraud Gobert.
Now I have Rudy Gobert at 3.
Hey, I would just like to say,
Yeah,
I'm calling this right now.
I think this should be pretty easy.
Even if Gobert plays amazing in the playoffs next year, you know, like he usually does. I'm not gonna say he usually does. You know, he has moments. He will not be on this list next year. I'm calling that shit, bro.
What?
Because Cat's a goat.
It's true.
Because Cat is a goat, bro.
You won't be on the list or top 3?
No, he said you won't be 3.
I thought you said you won't be on the top 10 list.
Wait, nigga, how far is he finna drop off, nigga?
No, people.
He won't be top 5. Trust.
Yo,
You know why?
Gobert
Because Christian Wood about to fly up the list, bro. Trust.
No, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I mean, Seawood would, you know.
Hey, if Aiden also gets his shit together offensively more consistently, he could also fly up this list as well.
All right, so do we all of us have Gobert at 3, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the list should be so easy. Like we should get this.
Yeah, at 2 I have Jokic.
Yeah, no, he's trolling.
At 2, I'd have Jokic.
He's trolling.
Y'all
are trolling. Y'all are trolling.
Are you serious?
Y'all
Rim protection over everything, bro. Protection over everything.
Y'all are joking right now. Y'all are joking.
Yeah, like I don't even understand why JSmooth always loves to talk about defense, but he has Jokic.
Y'all are joking. There's no.
I'm not joking. I'm serious. I have Embiid at.
I thought this was
I'm not gonna lie.
I
have facts on facts for this. I'll sit here for 45 minutes to an hour talking this. Look,
me too, bro.
Jokic is number 1, bro. Like,
yeah,
let's go ahead and wrap it up. What are we doing?
No bullshit, no pushing. Yeah, put for real. Put Jokic at 2.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, this
joking, bro. Like,
I'm joking. Yeah, put Jokic at 2.
Like okay. Okay, let me say this.
I'm trolling, dude. Obviously, Jokic is 1, bro.
No. But I just want to say, like, because people obviously have this argument, and you know, I'm gonna say this. I have no problem. Whoever you choose, right? Like, I mean, it's cool. These players are both great to their own right. Embiid probably would have won MVP if he stayed healthy, or Jokic still wins it regardless. It doesn't matter. But it's like those two players are so good, you know. And the reason why I have Jokic over him is because of what Jokic accomplished this season, right? I mean, the man was flat out amazing on offense. He had an all-time offensive season. And although, yes, like I said, there is a gap between them defensively, I don't think Jokic is as bad of a defender as people say he is, compared to like the gap between their playmaking and offense, which I actually think there is a pretty significant gap. But I do think what Jokic did was amazing. I think it was actually better than what Embiid did, considering his circumstances, the players that got hurt, how he was able to lead the Nuggets to one of the best record in the league after Jamal Murray got hurt. I mean, nobody really talks about that. The dude was flat out incredible, and in the playoffs, bro, this man was amazing. Although he slowed down, he kind of slowed down versus the Suns, right?
No, obviously. He did slow down. I know, kinda. He did slow down.
He did, right? He was still amazing overall in the playoffs. He showed that him single-handedly, even without any guards who can handle or just hit a shot off the dribble, right? He could still lead your offense to an all-time status. So that's why I really have him over Embiid. It's nothing on Embiid. I don't think it's a problem if y'all have Embiid over him. I'm not going to call you retarded or stupid or anything. It's just, this is why I have him on.
To me, I think 2 things. For one, Yeah, I have Jokic over Embiid, but for one, I think that honestly, it just comes down to health. I think that's just really the big thing.
That's another thing as well.
Because the gap between them as playmakers, I think, is the same size as the gap between them as defenders. Embiid is a solid playmaker out the post. I think he's actually a really underrated passer. And a high IQ. He is. I think he's an underrated passer. I think he's a high IQ player. He struggles against some double teams. I'll admit that. And that turnover he had late in the game.
8 turnovers per game.
I mean, yeah, the turnover he had late in the game against Philly.
And Embiid's playmaking or passing or something? Like, what's going on, bro?
He's a good passer. Let me not say great playmaker. He's a good passer. But the issue, I think, with Embiid is really it just comes down to health. And I think that the second thing I wanted to say is these playoffs really showed us that, like, as great as a big can be, especially in the modern NBA, you need that wing. Like, you need that perimeter help. Like, we have not really seen a big win a championship without some consistent perimeter help. Like, we've seen Hakeem, we've seen outliers here and there, Hakeem, Dirk, but like those guys, they weren't able to do it twice. You know, you can't do it like multiple times, and those are outliers to even just do it one time. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq had Kobe, Kareem had Magic. You know, all the all-time greats had like some type of consistent wing help. Or even if you want to say Duncan, like with David Robinson, let's be real, like he had David Robinson. So they had something that was so different at that time, the Twin Towers. So go ahead.
I was about to say, but even then, like you're mentioning those outliers still had pretty solid playmakers and perimeter shot creators.
No, but I'm talking about perimeter shot creators. Who was the great perimeter shot creator?
I'm not saying great, but I said solid ones, like Jason Terry, Kenny the Jet Smith. You know, like
Kenny the Jet Smith's not a solid shot creator.
Okay, not a solid shot creator, but like I think like guys that can at least hit a pull-up jumper or attract the defense in some way. You know what I mean? And those players, like you said, are very important in this league, and big men can't really win without those compared to the other way around.
And like I said, those are outliers. Mm-hmm. Those are guys that were just so good and so dominant that they were able to overcome that. And Hakeem, no Jordan, but regardless, I'm just saying there was no Jordan. But nonetheless, that's not even my point. My point is, guys like Embiid, like we've seen what happens when he has a guy like Ben Simmons running point guard. We see what happens, and that's another thing. We still have yet to see, I think, Embiid at his best, because without Simmons, like this year, because I don't know what's going on with Simmons. Maybe we'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah, let's
talk about
that after this.
Yeah, but without Simmons, if they have, I assume they're gonna have a whoever running point. But it's gonna probably free up Embiid a lot more, and we may see another level of Embiid. And if they were to get a legitimate point guard that can space the floor and create, man,
and they're gonna lose, and they're gonna lose more games. Facts. They're gonna lose more. I will bet money.
Wait, time out before we get into the Sixers. I think we finished the list, right?
Yeah, let me recap it.
Yeah, just go over the list.
Do the list. Before I slander that poverty franchise. No, I'm just kidding.
So at 10, Jonas Valenciunis, 9, Christian Wood, 8, Vucevic, 7, Capella, 6, DeAndre Ayton, 5, Bam Adebayo, 4, Cat, 3, Gobert, 2, Embiid, and 1, Jokic.
That was literally my original list until I switched. I switched 8 and then Capella last second.
Like, I swear you had other perfect lists before as well. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, this was almost my list, except I had 10 and I had Jonas at 9. But
for my list, I had Joker and Embiid at 1 and 2. Rudy Gobert 3, Bam at 4, Clint Capella at 5. I had Cat at 6. And
that just sounds terrible.
That just sounds awful.
I know it sounds terrible, but obviously Cat's gonna be better. He's probably gonna be a top 3 center next year. I had DA at 7. I actually moved him up because y'all actually gave me a very compelling argument, and also like his playoffs and stuff. I can't really like deny that, and also like I moved Vooch down because there is a bit of a gap between those two players. Vooch is at 8, and then I had Jonas at 9 and Christian Wood at 10. Christian Wood is going to be up
people like I had a guy in my Darius today debating. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in my DMs. He was in my mentions. There you go. Niggas in my mentions debating Cat and Vooch with me, right? And I was like, there's a gap offensively. Like, if you want to say they're the same defensively, right? There's a gap between them offensively. And in that gap between them offensively is four other big men that are great defensively. That's how I feel, dog. But the man was talking about like he's calling me like a stat merchant. I was like, bro, just watch. Like, Cat is better. Like, he was dead ass trying to argue me. Like, I was like, bro, Cat can put the ball on the floor better than him. Cat shoots the ball better than him. Like, he's more efficient than him. Like, what are we doing?
I would say Vooch is probably a better post up player.
Yeah.
But that's really it. Like, Cat's a better playmaker. Cat's a better shooter. Cat's a better scorer overall. Cat's just as good of a rebounder. Like, it's not really a debate. And defensively, there really isn't. I would say Cat's better, but it's not too much of a gap. But the offense,
it could be a personnel thing though. Like, if Vooch gets some good defenders around him, but then again, we saw
Vooch with good defenders.
We've seen him with good defenders. So
yeah,
but if we're going off, then Vooch was terrible.
And this past season defensively, he was just horrendous.
Especially when he was on the Bulls, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, yo!
I got on his
maybe it has something to do with how elite he was offensively. So
nah, bro.
Let's talk about. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about Sixers and Ben Simmons. I want to talk about Zion. So,
Art with the
Sixers. Then go ahead. But let's talk about the Sixers though.
Yeah, let me say this about Ben Loser Simmons. I'm at the point with Ben
and
Simmons,
the loser Sixers. They're both losers, bro.
Yeah, they are. This Ben Simmons situation is it's really crazy because, for one, it's crazy because we expect him to get traded, and now, like, if Simmons gets traded, which we expect to happen, it's gonna set like a whole new precedent of young players just wanting out, and they're gonna get their way. Like, what's stopping? Like if Simmons gets traded, let's say he gets traded to the team he wants to go to, right? Which he said he will play for anybody other than the Sixers, so I guess that's anybody. But if he gets traded and gets his way, and that goes through, what's stopping Luka next year on the first year of his deal to ask for a trade?
Look, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're really good really early, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of scary. Like, we've never seen that before. And, like, I think soon with the next CBA agreement with the owners and all that shit, they're going to try to make a rule where, like, you can't demand a trade in the first 2 years of your deal or something. Like, they're going to try to amend this shit.
They should.
No, exactly. Zion been trying to get out of New Orleans.
I was just about to say. I think it's really because of Zion.
But the Sixers too. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If it's pretty much simple. If Ben Simmons was aggressive and worked on his jump shot from the very beginning, they wouldn't be in this situation. He didn't do that. That's why we're here now. But as that happened, the Sixers they didn't make it a precedent. Like, hey, you need to go ahead and work on this. Like, even when Doc Rivers came into his first interviews when he came as a coach, he kept on babying Simmons and saying, "Hey, y'all keep raggling on Simmons. Like, yeah, he doesn't have to shoot the ball like that. He's still an elite player." Like, he literally said, I gotta go find the interview, but he said that about Ben Simmons. And then when they lost against the Sixers, they asked him, "Can Ben Simmons be the point guard of this team?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't have the question. I don't have the answer for that." Like,
where I think they really fucked up?
The Sixers played a role in this as well. And even with them trying to, put out rumors and stuff about him in the offseason and stuff like that, that's going to get back to his camp. Like, what you think? You can't do that. It's two hands. It's two hands street.
I think if they really wanted him to shoot, because I remember the report that they were going to sign Mike D'Antoni before they got Doc Rivers. If they really wanted him to start shooting, they could have just got Mike D'Antoni either as an assistant or as the head coach.
Or they could have told him to shoot the ball instead of catering. So
they did. No. We're not gonna do this. You know why, bro?
Organizations, bro.
No. Because Brett Brown was telling him to do that, and everybody and their mother was having issues with him. And when this nigga said, "I'm about to lose my job because this motherfucker doesn't want to shoot," everybody said
he did say that though.
That's what I mean. Everybody was shitting on Brett Brown and stuff like that. It's always his fault. It's always his fault. When he was trying to get Ben Simmons to do stuff to get out of his comfort zone, right? And now everybody is getting on mad at Doc for babying.
Did you bench Ben Simmons for not shooting?
I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he did that.
That's what you really got to do, bro. You got to start benching. You got to start benching. When you bench that nigga,
did bench him in the playoffs.
He did bench him. And you know what that's going to do?
It's bigger than that too, though. Like coaching the coaching answers to other people too. Like there's people above the coach that make the decisions. There's people who make decisions for the entire organization.
Like where they really honestly, messed up was allowing him to play point guard. That's where they fucked up.
Honestly, it stems from the very, very beginning. Like this was not an issue that came up last year. This has been an issue since the point when niggas were clapping and cheering when he shot a 3-point shot in the preseason, and people were saying, "Oh my God, he made a 3." From that point on, or even before then. That was the problem. You guys let this go.
But he really got us all, bro. I thought he was about to start shooting.
Yeah, I thought he was too. I was like, finally.
The first time he did it, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga about to be different this year. Yeah. He fooled us all.
Fact. When he made that deep ass 3 in the preseason, I was like, okay, Simmons is gonna start shooting.
But the next time he did it, I was like, I'm not falling for this bullshit.
Yeah. But he made that one, was the corner 3, right?
Yeah,
I think it was against the Knicks.
But listen, quickly,
the commentators were like, "He did it." Go ahead.
Nah, quickly, like Stevo said, if you go and look back, the first time they lost in the playoffs, you can be like, "Oh, they're just young," and they both performed well. So all you have to say is they're young. All right. The next time they lost, what was after that? When they had Jimmy, right?
Raptors, the Raptors.
Kawhi,
yeah,
it was just,
then you can say that. Then you can come up with the excuse. A miracle shot happened, right? So they're not like they're gonna slowly encourage Simmons to shoot, but they don't think it's the problem. At least in my perspective,
they're not gonna think it's really disappointed.
The next year they got hurt.
They were disappointed.
Yeah, they got hurt. Simmons got hurt before the playoffs.
Ben Simmons.
So that's another excuse. Coming into this year, they have a really good season. So come playoff time, they're gonna be like, "Oh, all right, maybe we could get it done." And then
I have an iconic
and then it comes back to bite you in your ass. And now niggas is like, "Damn, like nah, bro, like y'all see, honestly, they both sides did it to themselves, bro." Simmons for not, I mean, maybe he does get in. Like, I'm not gonna say Simmons doesn't put in work. He just doesn't shoot. He just doesn't shoot the fucking ball.
It's not even just that, though.
If you're not fixing the big weakness in your game, bro, then you're not putting in the work.
Like this is my only thing with Simmons,
bro. We see that man shooting the ball all the time, dog. He just doesn't do it.
Hold on. So go say, what do you say?
I was just saying he's not even that aggressive. I'm not even talking about like shooting the basketball. Like I'm not even asking him to like be like a consistent 3-point shooter. That's like what like everybody's been asking him to do. Like just like be more aggressive, like be a better free throw shooter as well, and be a way better finisher than what you're. Damn near 7 feet, and you're fucking
exactly. There's no reason he can't be Giannis. There's no reason why he can't be Giannis.
He has like Ben Simmons, literally 25 years old right now. He's already made the All-Star. I think it's 3 times, 2-time All-Defensive first team past 2 years. This guy just needs to be aggressive, and my friends are telling me this too. They were like. I was because he might get traded to the Rockets. And, that's exciting because if he comes to the Rockets, I would say, okay, well, if he makes those strides to be a better player, the Rockets will be a little bit, of course, better. But I think
if he makes those strides to be a better player and becomes an average shooter,
but they were saying
y'all could be a
playoff team. But they were legit saying like the what people don't really want to talk about is the fact that when your mental is shot. When you legit don't think that you can take those shots, or you legit don't even have the urge to take those shots, it's bigger than basketball at that point. It's bigger than you just saying you're going to do it because you don't have it in you to go ahead and do that. Like people really like they legit think that it's like he's not going to make any more strides to be a better player. Like it's done because when you don't have the confidence level to go do those things in this game right now, you just don't have it. Like you just don't have it. You got to find a way to go get that, and it's not something that's easy to go get done. Because like Bron,
yo, what was that, bro?
But I like Ben Simmons make a 3.
Like I'm gonna say this though, real quick, right? Like you said, yeah, I agree with y'all. He does need to be a lot more. I don't even think he needs a jump shot. I'm gonna be real with you. Like if Ben Simmons I don't think people realize this, but you could be effective in the dunker spot. You could be effective even if you don't have a jump shot, right? I mean, look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, as much as I get on Jimmy, bro, Jimmy Butler is so effective around the paint despite not shooting well from 3 or mid range. He's so effective as a cutter. He knows how to seal his man. Like he's good at cutting across baseline, stuff like that. He knows how to become effective in the dunker spot. Tony Allen, back in the day, he was effective in the dunker spot, even though he couldn't shoot. You know, like stuff like that. You could be effective in your areas, and that's what stars do. Stars make whatever situation they're in work, and they try the best to make it work. Right? Ben Simmons is not trying, in my opinion.
It's the exact opposite. He's literally making this situation.
And he's being a diva. And everybody's telling me that the Sixers should have done this, the Sixers should have done that, right? You got to remember this, right? Players run the league. Yeah, I don't think people realize this, but players do run the league nowadays. And if you tell a player something that they don't like to hear, they're going to get mad and they're going to want to leave. And obviously the Sixers, Ben Simmons is a diva. We know this. We know this because of the way he's been acting years prior and even now. He doesn't take criticism well. And this is the reason why they're in this predicament. Yeah, you can blame the Sixers for some of this thing, but I'm going to say it's probably 85-15 at this point. Because Ben Simmons is in charge of his own career and what he does. And if he doesn't want to get better, then he's just not that guy. So
you're not that guy, pal.
No, Gobels and I were talking about this yesterday, or a few days ago, right? And it was like a hypothetical and realistic trade, actually. And it was a trade to the Blazers. And the trade would be like CJ McCollum and I guess
Robert, yep. And draft compensation.
Yeah. And I think that would be a perfect trade for both teams, actually.
I still think that's an L for Philly because it's not what you need. I mean, okay, it's what you need. It's what you need, but it's not enough.
Well, again, honestly,
I think it's a good trade.
No, think about it this way. So, if the Rockets were to trade, you saying the Rockets would trade Wall to Philly, right?
That's not the trade. We never said it was
the Blazers.
It was CJ, Rocco, and draft compensation for Ben Simmons.
That's gross.
That's gross. Why do you think so?
For Ben Simmons,
the Rockets can send you better though.
No, they can't.
Like
what? Okay, so you rather have CJ and so
CJ, Rocco, and draft compensation
for Ben Simmons.
Yes, that is a good package. You're getting a depoy, a depoy type dude.
Depoy, shut up. He's not.
Yes,
a depoy.
No. Yes, he is.
Crazy.
Dude, Rocco is not a depoy.
He's not a. He's a defensive. He's a 3-and-D guy. That's it. 3-and-D guy. And that's it.
Stop saying depoy. If Rocco's depoy, then
he's a depoy caliber player.
CJ McCollum, you don't know what type of CJ McCollum.
Stop trying to overrate Rocco just so you.
I'm not even.
The Rockets would send.
Nigga wants to boost Rocco's trade value.
I'm not even doing that. Right?
He's easily the best defender in like.
When has Rocco been a depoy candidate?
Rocco actually he was in Philly.
When name the
Philly,
year. Name the year.
I think it was 17-18. I think it was
level, but
no. He was top 5 in defensive player of the year voting in 2017-18. I'm pretty sure that was the season. The season that they were very good.
I think
that was the
he
season.
may have been. Was he first team?
He was first team. He was first team. Rocco is a very, very good off-ball defender, and I'm talking about in levels that we haven't seen before. Right? Well, we have, but you know what I mean.
And then
like,
you get CJ, who's like, I think he can be with since he'll be playing the point guard position. I'm assuming since he won't be he's not playing next to a 6'3" this time. Yeah.
In 2017, he finished top 5, but he got no first place votes.
That's still a depoy caliber player, though. I don't think that's the point. I don't think.
Bro, but that was 4 years ago.
He's still a great defender.
Very good defensively.
So time out,
dude. He literally was the best defender in like last year's playoffs. Like, what are we saying? Or 2020 playoffs?
Time out. But he's not depoy caliber anymore.
Yes.
He still is. He didn't get worse defensively.
I'm not saying he got worse, but other players got way better. Ben Simmons came in the league. At that time in the
What is your definition of depoy caliber?
Depoy caliber is if you're top 5
I think like top 10.
Like caliber is like a Drew Holiday. I'd say like maybe in a Ben Simmons. I'd say like an Embiid.
Like 2017, Giannis wasn't even
he's not a depoy caliber player right now. But he's
not a depoy guy anymore. Ben Simmons wasn't in the league. Giannis wasn't what he was yet. Like what? I'm looking at this list. Lamarcus Aldridge, for some reason, finished 8th in the fucking depoy race.
Bro, no.
I'm not finished.
That's actually BS.
I'm not finished. This is around the time Hassan Whiteside, people thought he was a good defender in the NBA.
But like those are like those are trash defense. Like they're not overrated defenders. Like they're not
I know that, but like at that time, like nowadays there's so many. There's like Bam, Ben Simmons, Gobert is what he is now. Giannis, Capella. Like there's so much more better defenders.
Depoy that year.
I can name like over 10 defenders better than Robert Covington off the top of my head right now.
I'm just all I'm saying is the dude is he could help Philly in ways that we won't say.
Okay, but I understand that. But is he depoy caliber?
Yes, and if he goes on that Philly team,
so if I can name 10 guys right now, if I can name 10 defenders right now better, is he?
Do you know the definition of caliber? Do you know what that means?
Okay, but if I can name 10 players better, he's not depoy caliber.
We're arguing on two different levels of the terms. If you say all defensive caliber, I think he's an all defensive player. He can do that. But if you say depoy, hell no, he's not a defensive player to your candidate.
Okay. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think Damien Lillard is an MVP caliber player?
MVP caliber? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But these are players. But I can sit here and name 10 players better than Damien Lillard.
Yeah, but 10 players can
see what I mean. See what I did there?
You're missing the point.
That's a good analogy. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty solid.
You wanna know why that's a bad analogy? You wanna know why that's a bad analogy?
But I'm about to tear it down. I like what you did.
I'm about to say thank you because that's a bad analogy. Tear down.
But I mean, like, bro, you said Damian Lillard, right? MVP caliber player, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's an MVP caliber player. And I think he is a top 10 player. But at the end of the day, when you say defensive player of the year caliber player, that means that in defense, like just speaking defensively.
How about I don't want
to use it's so simple. The reason that's a bad example is because
I don't want to use. Let's not use Dame. I want to say another
Dame's
player.
consistently finishing top 5, top 10 in MVP voting.
I don't want to. Let's not use Dame. Gomez. How about use a player that I don't like and you love to death, right? How about use him? How about use PG?
Paul George. I mean,
he's not MVP caliber.
They probably don't think he's an MVP caliber player. That's what
it really.
But the thing is, look. Here's the thing.
MVP caliber would be like you could say for the past few years, you could say Giannis. Giannis is an MVP caliber player because over the past few years,
PG,
he's been top 5.
As much as I don't like him, PG has shown to be an MVP caliber player, though.
I don't think I realized this. Right? If you just look through Roko's career and stuff like that, and even in the past years, right?
I can name 10 guys better defensively.
Listen to me, right?
The point, though.
Wait. The reason that's the point is because if you're depoy caliber, you should at least be able to consistently be top 10 in depoy. If you can't do that, then how can I say you're depoy caliber? Think about it. I can name them right now: Gobert, Simmons, Draymond, Bam, Giannis, Capella, Embiid, Drew Holiday.
Not a better defender than him, though.
I disagree. Drew Holiday, Jimmy Butler, Matisse Thybulle. You could argue Miles Turner. You could argue a bunch of defensive players over Rocco.
Mind you, even within that list of defensive players that are better than him that you can argue with, but majority of those guys are better than Rocco. Those guys, half of them aren't even depoy candidates because they like when you talk about an MVP caliber player, to be an MVP type talent, you got to be putting up MVP type numbers for a consistency over I would say over 5 straight years. So like a player like let's say for instance like a Kevin Durant, he is an MVP type caliber player because whenever he hops onto the court every single season, he's gonna put up MVP caliber numbers. Rocco is you could really compare him to like a P. Gonna lie because he's had a few seasons where he was one of the top 3 players defensively. Now, if you're talking about in this season in 2020,
and mind you, by the way, I didn't mean to cut you off, Stevo, but I didn't mention Kawhi Leonard.
Bro,
I didn't mention Marcus Smart.
This isn't taking a shot at Rocco. I think Rocco's still a good player. But when you say defensive player of the year caliber, It's different from you saying all defensive type, because all defensive means that he is still one of the few bunch of guys in the league that can still be a hound on defense, which I think he is. But when you say defensive player of the year, that means over the past few stretches of the seasons, past few years, he's been that guy defensively, and he's not been that guy. In the upper echelon of the NBA right now. Yeah.
Let me say something, right? Let me say something.
Now he's gonna make excuses.
No. The reason I'm serious. This is so serious.
They're gonna reference the year 4 years ago as for why he's the defensive player of the year right now.
Just say it.
All I was gonna say is this: if you saw when Rocco was, this is for a lot. These for a lot of these defensive players. But when this dude was on a good defensive team, right? We saw it, right? And even this year, he was very, very good defensively. The reason why he didn't get shine, the main reason why, is because he is on a bad defensive team. He's on a team where he has barely any defenders around him. It's the same thing for when he was in Minnesota, right? Even then, when he got traded to Minnesota, he boosted their defense a ton, even with the lack of defensive help around him, right?
Yeah, let me ask.
But let's go on. Let's get over this point, because I think we can just agree to disagree, because I do think he's still a D-point caliber player. All we're trying to say is if he gets put on that team along with CJ, right? I mean, you fix the problem that you need a perimeter ball handler, right?
He wouldn't even be a top 2 defender on that team.
I mean,
there's a lot of good defenders on that team, though. To be fair, so
exactly.
But
so he wouldn't even be able to be deep point caliber.
That's arguable though. You could say
you can argue he's the best defender on that team.
Yeah,
you actually can. I'm so serious.
God.
It's not all my God.
JSmooth, time out. Let me ask you this, JSmooth. Let me ask you this: is Rocco a better defender than Ben Simmons?
You can argue.
No, yes or no.
What are we doing?
I know. Just a simple yes or no, JSmooth. Who's a better defensive player?
I put my headset back on.
I say no.
You say no? Okay. So I've heard you say that Thibault's a better defender than Simmons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the argument for Rocco to be arguably the best defender on the Sixers if you don't think he's better than Simmons?
Like I said, you can make an argument for all those things. You said yes or no. I gave you an answer. No, I don't think he is. But you can.
So he's not though. He's not though.
Rocco is an all-time help defender. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Right?
Man, let's move on, bro.
But all we're trying to say is the fact that you
move on to Zion, bro.
You put those two on that team. Just let it finish, right? You put those two on that team, right? With the trade we talked about. The Sixers get significantly better when it comes to perimeter creation. They get a dude that they can actually trust with the ball in their hands and crunch time outside of Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris. And you get like I said, I'm just going to say it just for the sake of it, an all-NBA caliber defender, right? And then you go to the other team, you get bigger wings and you get more size. And like, how is that not a great trade, Stevo? Like, how is that not a trade that would shake things up, especially in the West?
The trade. Okay, well, if you give, I just think that the Sixers, I view it from the Rockets standpoint that we can give them a little bit more, in my opinion, because
like who though?
What are the Rockets giving up? Who are the Rockets giving up?
I think the Rockets. So the contract issue, I think what I've seen is that the problem with the Rockets right now is the fact that for them to get Ben Simmons, they'd give up John Wall, which is not a problem, but John Wall makes too much money. So then the Sixers would have
the money. He's not good enough to be in that package.
But who is okay? John Wall and who though? Like they're not.
No, I'm saying that's the problem with the trade. Like you'd have to give up John Wall, right? And the problem is because John Wall makes more money than Ben Simmons, the Rockets really wouldn't have anything to give up.
Nothing else to give up.
So then the Blazers have a better package. So that's the point.
Okay. They have a better package. They can give you more.
In fact, they probably have the best package.
Stevo just wants Ben Simmons so bad.
I understand you.
Simmons would be cool though on that team. I think he would be good on that team. He would be, but no.
I think Ben Simmons being on the Blazers could actually like low key, bro. I think that's a championship. No. That's a championship contending team.
You see championship?
Yeah, championship contending team. I didn't
chill out, Darius.
I'm serious, bro.
Nah.
Championship contending team.
Wait, Darius, say the package one more time. Let me see.
All right. So Ben Simmons goes to Portland, and then the Sixers get CJ McCollum, Rocco, and draft compensation.
That's it. So they just get Ben Simmons and they lose CJ and Rocco.
Yeah, some draft picks. Yeah,
that's not a championship team, bro.
No, they have the wings, Dame, they have two potential all
Larry
defensive.
Nance.
Yeah, he's an all.
So Dame. So they
Larry
have
Nance Jr.
Dame.
is one of the best defenders in the league.
I'm sorry, no, that's not getting it done.
Why not?
I just don't think they're at championship level. I think that they're
not championship
close.
level at all.
They're close, but
I think if they do that, they should trade Nurk.
Definitely. I disagree. I think Nurk is huge for what they could do. And
Nurk is literally because Nurk's passing ability is almost useless at that point when you have Simmons.
That's not true.
It is because
I'm just letting you know this right now. Having multiple good passers, you don't need one good passer on a team and a bunch of
you don't need one. Dame's already a good passer, and you have Simmons. You don't need you don't just have one if you get rid of Nurkic.
What I'm saying is having everybody being able to make the good play on your team is so important.
Two great passes is enough.
I don't think that's enough. I think
it's enough. It's enough if you're trying to get another shot creator. Because if you get rid of CJ, you're losing a shot creator.
Then what other shot creator can you get with Nurk?
I don't know. That's why you put him on the market and see what you can get.
That won't happen though. You can't get any shot creator for Nurk.
Okay, you say that until they put him on the market and someone becomes available all of a sudden. So we don't know that.
This is what I'm saying. Like at that point, you just put your faith. And I know people aren't going to like this, but I have faith in this dude. You put your faith in Norman Powell. You put your faith in Norman Powell, and you also put your faith in your defense because
the defense.
Yeah, the defense, because, I mean, that defense is going to be really good. You know, you have Nurk as a rim protector. Nurk doesn't have to worry about much anymore because, he got cooked by Jokic in some possessions, but actually, when he was on the floor, he did a pretty solid job. You know, and then you get a dude with. You get a dude with like Larry Nance, who, like I said, is very good defensively. He showed it last year when he was healthy. You get a dude, you starting him alongside Ben Simmons, right? And this is the thing, when you do this trade,
those are some of the best defensive wings in the league. Like
I know, right? Like it's insane. And now you have Dame. You have these two guards, right, who are strictly guarding their positions. You know, and
I do think they'd be a top seed. I guess maybe in the context of next year, considering
problem is their defense, and they have like potential.
No, I agree, but I do think the issue, for one, once that happens, I think offensively they're gonna have a problem. But I will say two things I think could happen. I think Dame could win the MVP if they do that, because I think they can be a top seed, because I think it's more of a chance for you to be a top seed when you have a top defense rather than a top offense.
Agreed.
So if Dame were to be a top 3 seed, I think he could definitely get the MVP. He has the narrative, honestly, for it, being in Portland. And if he gets that MVP, honestly, I think Dame getting in it, and I keep saying this because with how loyal Dame is to that fan base and to that team as a whole and the organization, I think if Dame were to win an MVP, he may look at that and say, shit, I've already got everything I need. Like, I've got an award that people are going to remember this season for. Who cares if I don't win a championship?
That'd be
I think that's what Dame – I genuinely think Dame would value that MVP so much to where he wouldn't care about winning a championship anymore. That's why I keep saying getting Damian Lillard an MVP is actually more of a goal than a lot of people are probably led to believe. But that's just my personal opinion, honestly. You don't have to agree with that. So if they were a top seed and they were able to do that, regardless of if they win a championship or not, I think that's a huge W for the Blazers, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I hope he does get something of like substance to say.
Exactly.
Because, there's a lot of times where like they'll go through players, like every player that we talk about, like legend or whatever, there's something that they did where it's like, okay, they won this award. Like Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. Let me not say Karl Malone. Charles Barkley won MVP. You got I think Dikembe won Defensive Player of the Year. Did he win the DPOY?
Yeah, he won DPOY. Yeah.
Like there's guys that just have that thing that their niche that's like, okay, this guy was known for that. You have
Dame has the shots, but
he has the shot, but he doesn't have the awards. Like even 6 men like Jamal Crawford, Lamar Odom, Lou Will, they got those awards to say, oh, back in their era, they were great 6 men. But like it feels like Dame, ever since that Rookie of the Year award that he won, he's been a great player, but he just has never been able to step out of that shadow, to say the least, really.
And I think, and honestly, I will say this. I think if Dame doesn't get an MVP, people are going to look back at him like how do I put it? Like, who's a great player that like doesn't really get talked? Like I don't want to say Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, I literally was thinking about Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kevin Johnson, but that's kind of disrespectful because Dame's better than Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, better than him. I was thinking like
they're probably gonna look back at him like damn. All the other great point guards got rings.
Brandon Roy,
maybe a Gilbert. Nah, I was gonna say Gilbert Arenas, but he doesn't have the longevity of Dame. I'm trying to think of a great player that doesn't have a ring but doesn't have accolades. You know they're great, like a Dominique Wilkins, I guess. Like a great player, but like just
doesn't have an MVP.
Or even like maybe this is a little bit lower, but I was thinking like Jermaine O'Neal. Like Jermaine O'Neal.
I don't know. That's
yeah. I kind of hold. I kind of hold
lower. You kind of hold it.
Jermaine O'Neal, bro.
Yeah, that was tough. Or like
I see where you were going, but no.
I'm saying.
All right. So the next topic I want to talk about is Zion. Now, apparently, there was a report. I just found out about it yesterday that Zion he started having like complaints about the Pelicans organization. I'm not exactly sure. He's just been basically not trying as of recently.
That's not new though, right? That's been ongoing for a while, right?
I don't remember the exact report what it said.
This summer, basically, like he turned up. He's fat, whatever, or he's gained weight.
I mean, that's not news. So
and also there's a report that I don't know if y'all seen this, but his family is unhappy with the organization, and his family wants him out of New Orleans.
His family is controlling his actions, and I'm gonna just be.
Okay, I don't agree with that.
They are. That was a part of the report. They're like
you can't. Okay, but you believe that? You believe that?
I actually do. Yeah, I do.
He's a grown man, and you're gonna see.
He's a grown man, but he's still extremely young.
You saying family doesn't like matter at all or something, bro?
I don't know. It can affect what he wants to do, but controlling his actions are such a strong thing to say.
We don't know him personally. We don't know him personally, but that's a possibility. It's legit a possibility, bro.
It is a possibility. He's 20.
Bino, you're in the timeline, yo. You're in another timeline.
Yo, what?
I think he's young too, like Darius said. He's like when it's like 20 years old, right? Like your family's gonna play kind of a bigger role now because you're so young. Like a lot of decisions that you make, they're gonna be in your ears.
I agree. Still young, bro.
I think it's different. I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference between your family controlling your actions and your family influencing your actions. Those are two different things.
Okay,
controlling your actions is like when people were saying, "Oh, LeVar is controlling Lonzo or controlling his kids." That's the kind of perception that I think it gives off, and I don't even think that was true.
I'm gonna say. I'm saying influencing, and influence has a major power to it. So, I agree with Gobel's. Like maybe not controlling, but they definitely hold power. There's no debate about it.
They just don't want to be in New Orleans. I
don't blame them. I don't blame them for real. For number one, we all know the city of New Orleans. Let's not talk about the crime over there.
Yo, even if they were a solid 8th seed each and every year, bro, like these past few years that they've had Zion, really. I still think they would want to.
I don't think so. I do.
If the Pelicans fumble the bag, if they fumble the bag with Zion, bro, just get him out of New Orleans, sir.
And I've been thinking, right? This is not JSmooth always going to blame this on small markets being at a disadvantage, but I disagree because this is a Pelicans organization that this is their third generational talent. In the span
There's blame on both sides, though. There's blame on both sides, though.
There's no blame on Zion's side.
Yes, there is.
He's fat. Yes, it is. He's fat.
Okay, the overweight stuff. Yeah, I agree.
He's not trying.
I agree. No, I agree. But Zion was great last year. We agree, yes or no?
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Okay, to say he's not trying is kind of crazy. Man.
Yeah, I don't think he's not trying. I just think he saw what they did this offseason, and it's like, bro. Are you serious?
Him not coming to I don't care how ass your team is, bro. You not showing up to practice or the off-season workouts. Are you serious?
I thought y'all just said he was fat. When did he not show up?
No, he was not.
Did you not read the?
I haven't seen any. I've been off social media, so I haven't seen any reports.
I didn't know anything about that. I just thought that there were just reports and stuff like that.
Nah, the reports. David Griffin was saying that he was missing. He was missing workouts. He said that they had like something to do with family, and then they said he's upset at that he's missing workouts because he's fat. Like if Zion was in shape, I don't think he would be as upset. You feel me? Zion was upset with the organization with how they're managing like him on the court, especially like when he was first coming off his first injury, like his rookie season. He was only supposed to be out like 6 weeks, but they held him out like 3 months. So like stuff like that upset him and his family.
Here's the thing. There were reports at the end of the season. I don't know if y'all remember, but there were reports at the end of the season that Zion was already unhappy. So I already knew about Zion being unhappy months ago, right? So you go into the offseason already knowing Zion's unhappy, already knowing his family wants him out of New Orleans. And then while you know that, you make the decisions to move Bledsoe for nothing, Steven Adams for a big.
What?
That was a
good decision. That was a good decision.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
They made 2 good trades. Okay, I'll let you finish. My fault.
Moving Bledsoe, I have no issue with, but getting nothing in return is kind of tough. Because let's not forget, like you're really, even though you're getting picks from the Bucks, those picks don't even look that valuable anymore. Because now the Bucks are good.
Yeah, because Giannis signed that extension.
Yeah. So that trade, you really got nothing out of. I don't want to say nothing out of Jrue Holiday, but that's why I mentioned Bledsoe, because that officially means you didn't really get much for Jrue Holiday. And then secondly, you move on from Lonzo and get really nothing for Lonzo.
That shit is unacceptable.
Yeah, that was the toughest.
That was just bad. That was just poor management by Damien.
Yeah,
poor management. Even if.
He was season. You can't.
Like I have no issue if you want to move on from Lonzo. You don't want to overpay him.
No, the shit that killed me was the shit that killed me was the Devontae Graham shit.
Exactly, but to not even get, and I know defensively this wouldn't have been a good fit, but offensively the wonders that a guy like Lauri Markkanen would have done for that team.
No.
I know defensely it would. Bro, can you let me finish? I understand Kobe White. Kobe White would not have been a Kobe White. I think would have been nice in that trade. I think the Bulls would have given you Kobe White if you had asked for him, or at least pressured them. Yes, they would have. Yes, they would have.
I'm so serious.
What did you see?
No. Go look back at it, because they did try to trade Lonzo during the trade deadline. You know what they said they were going to give him? Thomas Satoransky and a 2nd-round pick. I'm so serious.
That is different from a sign and trade.
I'm not gonna lie. I call big cap.
I call bullshit, bro. That's bullshit,
bro. Because think about this.
The way Lonzo,
I swear you believe every report you want to believe.
Listen, no.
All the reports are true.
Listen to me when I say this, right? So this is what the Bulls were thinking in that standpoint. This is like the mindset I'm also thinking with as well. They're like, okay, Lonzo Ball, he's what's it called? Like they were trying to negotiate something to where they didn't have to give up much for him. Basically, you're trying to fleece him. They didn't want. Plus, Lauri Markkanen, bro. I'm letting you know this right now. Lauri Markkanen would have been a terrible fit on that team, and they should not have went after him at all because.
Even if it's just for one season, it's an asset that you can eventually flip.
Exactly. No, it's not even that. Bro.
It's still better assets, bro. Lauri Markkanen is a better asset than Tomas Satoransky, bro.
You said that's an awesome. You said that's an asset that you can move that season, but he was a free agent. Why would they trade him?
They did it in the sign and trade.
We're talking about.
You talking about in the sign and trade?
Lonzo was a free agent too. He was a sign and trade.
Wait, so you're talking about the sign and trade or at the trade deadline?
Bro, you're bringing up the trade deadline. You're bringing up something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, it does. The reason why I'm saying it does have something to do.
But you're talking about trading Lonzo when he has half a year left on his deal versus trading him with a sign and trade. That is 2 completely different situations. So I don't want to hear anything about the trade. No, I don't want to hear anything about the trade deadline. You're referencing something. Why would they give up Kobe White for half a year of Lonzo? That makes no sense. So, of course, they're not going to give up Kobe White. That's a terrible example. So, if I'm talking about the sign and trade, getting Satoransky, Garrett Temple, and a 2nd-round pick, you couldn't even get Thad Young. You couldn't get Thaddeus Young. You couldn't get Kobe White. Like, think about it. When they traded DeMar DeRozan, they at least got Thaddeus Young. Like, the Pelicans couldn't do that. And Thaddeus Young would have actually been a good fit with that team because he can somewhat stretch the floor, and he's good defensively. I mean, whatever. But he's also good, bro. Whatever, and he's also good defensively. So then that's that. You move Steven Adams for Valanciunas. That's fine. That he can somewhat, I guess, stretch the floor. I assume he's going to start shooting threes more next year. So that's fine. I don't really have an issue with that too much. But then you get Devontae Graham. So Devontae Graham, a spot-up three-point shooter. But guess who else could do that while giving you way more defensively and also giving you more as a playmaker, even though his half-court playmaking is a little whatever? Lonzo Ball. So you moved Lonzo to get Devontae, a player that's almost a worse version of the guy you moved in the first place. So the offseason moves this year made absolutely no sense. And then let's not forget they traded down in the draft to take Trey Murphy, passing up on guys like
W. That's a W.
Dumb pick. Get out of here.
I like Trey Murphy. I like Trey Murphy. Don't get me wrong. I like Trey Murphy, but you pass up on Moses Moody. You pass up on James Bouknight. And I think Moses Moody, he has a higher ceiling than Trey Murphy. I think that Bouknight could be better than Trey Murphy. And I think Moses Moody can actually contribute right now.
Hold on, but with trading down, wasn't that also the deal that got them Jonas, or am I tripping?
It was.
I believe it did get them.
It got them Jonas, and it got them off the Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams contracts.
Bledsoe wasn't a part of that trade.
He was a part of that trade. He went to Memphis too.
I feel like you could have still moved Bledsoe and Steven Adams without doing that. I don't think you had to do that to do.
Bro,
that.
It was.
Do you know how big? Nah. What? That's a W trade. I'm not gonna. That's 100%.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Trey Murphy was one of the best 3-and-D prospects at the time. So
no. So you think Murphy is better than he's going to be better than Moody?
I mean, he has a chance to be. Yes, he actually does. Not only that
situation.
I can't debate the rookies and what they'll do yet until I see them on the court.
That's
fine. Let's not address the
okay. Because summer league is there, and some league they look good. Some of them look good, but then again, you still gotta wait until like when they face the NBA comp level.
That's hilarious.
Maybe. Hey, look. Maybe. Hey, look. Maybe I would have preferred Bouknight over Trey Murphy just because he can create. He can for sure create better. But I mean, other than that, like I don't mind the Trey Murphy pick. Plus, you're getting solid players in return.
I'll say this: I smooth forgot Bledsoe was in that trade, so I'll let that slide. But the whole Lonzo situation is my biggest issue with their offseason because really getting nothing for him and replacing him with a worse version is stupid to me.
Okay, so let me break that down real quick. I just because I'll let you.
Are you gonna defend that shit?
I'm not defending it. I don't think it was the best move as possible, right? Like obviously, it's that situation, right?
I was about to say Lonzo going to leave anyway, but he was a restricted free agent, so they didn't have to let him walk.
But here is the whole thing about it, right? First off, Lonzo didn't want to be there. Let's just keep that. That. It's true. He said it.
His actions showed it.
His actions showed it as well. He did not want to be.
Did he want? I genuinely think that he didn't want to be there because everybody knew they didn't want to keep him. Why would you want to be on the team?
That's also true.
Thank you. Why would you want to be on the team that did not want you?
That's the only reason.
No, that was the reason.
Listen, before the reports were coming out multiple times that he liked New Orleans NBA.
Exactly. Him and Zion had a close relationship. They were good friends. You could tell not only on the court but off the court they were good friends.
Hey, and not only him and BI too. Him and
BI were close friends. Josh Hart and him, all the Lakers core were close friends. They're all cool. Him and Zion were cool. It was until all the reports came out that the Pelicans could let him walk in free agency. That's when you started hearing Lonzo doesn't want to be there, which of course he doesn't want to be there, especially when you can go team up with Zach LaVine in a better city and make more money.
Weren't we hearing those reports even when he got there?
Those reports didn't come out when he got there. What are you talking about? That's not true.
Go back.
Lonzo didn't be there. No, that's so cap. That's so cap.
But no. Let me finish. Let me finish my whole point. Not even LeVar was saying shit like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's a lie. That's literally a lie. This nigga went on mute. JSmooth, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Like, bro, holy shit, bro. Okay, this is what I was gonna say, right? The Pelicans did not have as bad of an offseason as people make it out to seem. I know people want them to build a championship contender in seconds, right? Just because Zion is on the team, but that is not possible, right? That is not possible at all, right? And you're talking about getting all these pieces for Lonzo Ball in a signing trade that would not have helped them. And also, you got to remember this. That team was also taking a risk, which everybody and their mom keeps saying small market teams got to do, right? But when teams take that risk, everybody gets mad. They were going after Kyle Lowry. They sent him the biggest bag out of every single team, right? They were begging him to basically come over. He didn't come over. They took a risk, right? Which everybody wanted them to do. They got mad at that, right? Then the Devontae Graham thing, right? See, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but he is a dude that can help their team. The reason why is because he can hit off the dribble shots. He's not just a spot-up dude, right? Although he's not the greatest finisher, he's still a dude that has gravity off of the pick and roll, which is something that Lonzo did not bring on the offensive end as a point guard, right? So adding him, and not only adding that, but like adding some more players that are under the radar, I mean, that's pretty solid. Their team is not absolutely atrocious, right? That trade getting off of Stevo and Eric Bledsoe, that was an amazing trade because although they gave up the 10th pick, we can say this definitively that we cannot say this definitively that the range between even 9 and 17
Jason,
was that large.
Let me ask you something. What's Zion's best trait offensively?
Finishing.
And like what I'm trying to get to, what specific thing though?
Finishing.
Lob threat. Being a lob threat, right?
Yes.
And who already has that connection with him with the lobs?
Listen to me. Does the connection even matter if you don't have gravity?
But Lonzo, he's still somebody, you could say gravity and all that shit, but even in the half court, he still finds Zion consistently. Second, so I don't want to hear anything about that bullshit gravity. He finds him consistently. And also, even when Zion, so they can work together when Lonzo has the ball, and even when Zion has the ball, they can still work together because Lonzo can spot up. So that whole thing with Devontae being better at pull-up threes or whatever the fuck you were saying, that doesn't matter because Lonzo's still fit just as good, if not even more with Zion. So, and Devontae's worse defensively and a worse passer.
I'm not. Oh, well, playmaker.
Is he not worse defensively?
He's worse defensively, yes. But playmaker and passer, nah.
You think he's a better playmaker than Lonzo?
Okay. JSmooth's bringing up like the Pelicans offense when
the defense is the problem. I completely understand you there. You know, that's why they got guys like Trey Murphy. That's why they got guys out there.
To be fair, the defense is the problem, but they were also really bad offensively in the clutch. So
they were, and that was.
I think that has something to do with Brandon Ingram. But
yeah, that's Ingram, that's Lonzo, that's Zion in some stints. But like,
I think that's more Ingram than anybody else.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of their issues defensively had to do with Zion. I'm just gonna be real with you, because if you look at their lineups, you took Zion. They had a lineup. Their starting lineup was really, really bad defensively, like atrocious, right? Even despite having multiple good defenders in that lineup, right? Now, you take Zion out that lineup, and you put Josh Hart, who Josh Hart is a good defender. You put him in the lineup
at the 4.
Yes, at the 4. You put him at the 4. Their defense becomes very good. Zion is a huge reason why their defense is the problem. So I don't see why he's complaining. He needs to fix that end of the floor. That's on him.
I mean, he's right. I've watched plenty of Pelicans games, bro.
The thing is, not only does
he's a part of the problem, bro.
Not only does the on-off not support that Josh Hart shit, but Zion's defense is not great.
No, it's terrible.
I know. I agree.
It's actually great.
But it's not just. It's not just Zion's defense. Ingram's defense is horrendous as well. Like, I don't understand why we're putting the blame on Zion.
I don't think it's Zion's level, though.
No, last year it may not have been Zion's level, but it was bad. Ingram was still a bad defender. And when you're a wing with that high volume and you're that bad defensively, that contributes maybe not as much as Zion because of pick and roll defense exploiting Zion more, but it's still a problem. So I don't even understand why we're only harping on Zion's inefficiencies on the defensive end when Ingram is also a bad defender in his own right.
Too as well. That's Ingram disappointed heavily on that end this year. You know, that was something that I honestly did not expect.
I think offensively, you even still held Zion back by putting him in a front court and a team in general with Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams. So offensively, they weren't even at their best.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this about the whole offense and how I don't. Okay, the point guard is fine, right? I'm sorry. The point guard having a point guard that can't shoot is an issue, right? But the whole center thing about him needing a stretch five to be effective is not true because regardless of who's at the 5 position, even if Miles Turner comes in, nobody is guarding him on the perimeter. They're going to rotate on Zion.
Who said anything about Miles Turner? Who said anything about?
I'm using him as an example because a lot of people, especially in the NBA community, say that Zion desperately needs a stretch 5 in order to succeed or something like that, or be the best that he is on offense.
So if Zion had a Marc Gasol, are you telling me that's not helping this team?
You know why I'm saying it's not helping the team?
Wow.
No. I'm so serious. It's because still nobody is gonna guard Marc Gasol. He's still gonna get triple teamed in the paint. It's just
they're
true.
They're gonna just leave a well above average 3-point shooter.
Yes, because he's not high volume.
So what about Lopez?
Yes, Brook Lopez still gets left open even with Giannis.
I'm not gonna lie, Lopez still gets left open, though.
That's what I mean.
Lopez is somewhat of a fake shooter.
It's not even fake shooting or nothing. That's just gonna happen because Zion is that good. You're gonna get attention regardless of what team you play around.
And that's why you dish it out to those shooters, but you can't.
And they're not gonna consistently hit.
Okay, but they're gonna hit more than fucking Steven Adams. What the hell? What are we doing here? Just because they're not going to hit it consistently and they're not going to be guarded as much, that's still a better option than giving it to Steven Adams, who's right beside you. Who's also going to have. That's a better option. Yes or no?
You know why I'm saying yes.
Okay, JSmooth. Answer me this: if you're building around Zion, are you taking the big that can stretch it for a little bit, or taking the big that's just gonna clog the paint and play defense?
I'm so serious, bro. I'd probably take a. Oh my gosh,
dude! Don't do this, bro.
Nigga sneezed all over me. What's it called? I'm probably taking a dominant inside big. I'm probably gonna take a dominant inside big.
So you take Steven Adams over Brook Lopez if you're building around Zion.
Okay. In that situation, no. But what I'm saying is this, right? This is what I'm saying.
So what are we having this argument?
You gotta give him a better one.
Okay, would you take Miles Turner or would you take Steven Adams?
But that's a player that's better than him. Okay, use this, right? Players that I think are similar, right? Oh my gosh. What's it called? Would I take a guy like Valenciunis?
What about this? Would you take Cat or would you take Gobert?
Cat or Gobert next to him? But that's like a lights out 3-point shooter.
Okay, fair.
Okay, answer the question. What you're getting? No, but you're getting elite. No, hold on. You're getting elite defense. You're getting elite defense.
And Cat, according to you, is a defensive liability.
Okay. Then you know what? Matter of fact, I'm taking Gobert.
Oh my god!
You're sick.
But no. Listen to me real quick. All I'm trying to say is this, right? You will not find a Cat level shooter out there that can attract. Because Cat, I'll say this: Cat Carl-Anthony Towns, if he played next to Zion, right? He's definitely pulling niggas out the paint because he's.
Are you taking Christian Wood? He's
probably the greatest.
Are you taking Christian Wood or Gobert?
Gobert.
Oh my god!
Because niggas still aren't gonna give outside, even if how good Christian Wood shooter is.
Christian Wood. Now listen.
Christian Wood is actually gonna get guarded. Yeah, he's gonna
give it bro. Maybe not in the beginning, but give it.
They're going to build
it 20 games, bro. Give it 20 games. He's gonna start getting guarded.
And you want to know what's gonna happen? That offense is mainly gonna be reliant on 3-point shooting, right? And as we know, the 3-point shot is the most inconsistent shot in the NBA, along with jump shots, period. Right? So if your offense mainly relies on jump shots, that's an issue compared to a guy like Gobert who's in the dunker spot. If he attracts somebody, he can dump it off. Or if he misses a shot,
but if
he has
it's
an offensive
Zion and
rebound.
shooters, if it's Zion and shooters, it's both. It's in and out.
No, it's not. It's not. It's mainly going to be out because they're going to build a wall around him regardless of who's on his team. You got to remember that. It's the same thing for Giannis. Giannis has a bunch of
they're already doing that. Hold on, but they're already doing that with Zion, and he's still averaging 20 on.
That's what I'm saying. He you know what?
What? You know I'm sorry. No. I don't care, bro. Like I understand. I understand what JSmooth is saying because he's saying if Zion's gonna get double teamed anyway, why not just have the defender? Why not just have like
offensive rebounder and more defense?
Like, but like.
Christian Wood shot 37%
because they're
5 of 10.
because there also isn't a lot of options for guys that are 3 and D at the 5. Like I guess Miles Turner is only the only one.
Turner, really, yeah.
I said that's literally it. So you're
even then, like I mean, he'll get shots, but even then, Zion's still like so.
Wait, what did you say? Bino,
Zion's gonna go up on the double team.
I just don't understand why Christian Wood wouldn't get guarded. Like Christian Wood's gonna get guarded
because the defense wouldn't be good. Really, that's just it.
And that's another thing as well. I mean, like we can't just forget about that end of the floor. But
I think we should wrap this pod up though. I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, my little brother speaking. Say hi, Alex.
Pushing 3 hours, man.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
Too long.
Oh
yeah. So.
Hey, bro, this is a very eventful podcast.
Yeah, that was a good pod. That was a good pod.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all. Y'all nigga turn 21 on Monday. We're going to get fucked up, so y'all not going to see me next week. I'm going to be hungover legally. You feel me?
Legally hungover. Lucky ass niggas.
So does that mean... Let me chill out. But all right. That concludes this episode. Y'all be sure to like, share, subscribe on the YouTube. Leave a nice review. Tell us how much JSmooth's takes suck. By the way, everybody, I still keep getting messages from people that say I hate JSmooth. Why would I hate JSmooth if I keep doing the podcast?
Wait, do people actually DM you or something?
Yeah, like I got
think they got beef.
Yeah, like I keep getting like messages, and I haven't checked them in a while, but I forgot to say this on a couple pods ago. Like I keep getting messages from people that be like, bro, like why do you always hate JSmooth and like, why do y'all keep arguing? I'm like, bro, first of all, it's a debate.
This man has a cult. Nah, this man has a cult, bro.
Wow, bro. Thank you, fans. Thank you, fans. I'm famous.
Has a cult following, dog.
It's like, niggas will think like I'm disrespecting him, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? We're just having normal debates, bro. Maybe I do be yelling at the top of your lungs,
you know? It's just a normal debate.
I mean, yeah, because that nigga be pissing me off, bro. So I gotta go off, but I do not hate Jason.
This man be lying. This man be lying on camera, bro. Come on.
I be lying, bro. You're the one who lies about defense every time we talk about it, bro.
I don't lie. I tell facts.
1 minute, Donovan Mitchell's a great defender. The next minute, he's not.
Yeah, bro. He's fugazi, bro. I was just
when we're talking about him versus Devin Booker, bro. He's way better defensively. But then all of a sudden, when this Gobert,
that was at the beginning of the year when I did the.
Interesting.
I mean, his point was that Sexton is better though, so that's a fact.
Oh my god! All right, that's when we
that was the argument.
It's time to wrap up the pod. You got anybody have any closing words, Stevo?
Hey man, new video dropping tonight, man. New video dropping tonight, man.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go on that video and dislike it. I'm joking. Y'all make sure y'all go drop a like. Yeah, Gobert just dropped his own video. Link gonna be in the description.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, y'all be easy, man. We out.
We out here.
Top 5. Let's go.